if you guys want to start with introductions, you're more than welcome to. As far as like like VTubers go, because we're all VTubers here. We can start kind of like going down the list and telling each other about ourselves and telling our chats about each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because unless you want to do like both, where we talk about ourselves and our D&D characters at the same time, we're more
A
than
little
welcome
bit
to
of
do that.
both, probably. It's
Yeah.
like we do as it goes.
Yeah, I should have discussed this earlier. I apologize. That's on me. But
Yeah, it's all good.
yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of DM that like I just kind of go with the flow and pull things out of my ass as needed. I apologize if anyone has like a rated T for teen type of chat, but that is not me. It is very much a rated R in here.
Just
Oh
keep
no!
it on
Oh,
the
yeah,
first 5
chat.
The
minutes.
children.
I do need to remind you, chat. Behave. I'll get
Yeah.
the bottle. I'll get the bat.
You get the bat.
As
Okay, but is it like
long
a
as
Negan kind of
nothing
bat?
makes
Does it have
in-
spikes on it?
As long as nothing makes it into the first 5 minutes of any of the videos, we'll be fine.
Exactly.
Oh
yeah.
shoot, that's right. I gotta behave for 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Behave.
Oh,
That's gonna be
man.
hard.
Behave.
No,
Uh,
no demonos. No demonos here.
No getting
No.
demonetized.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's
But
right.
anyways,
Let
let's
me
go
guys
ahead
are
and go
getting
down the list.
monetized.
on properly. Hi.
What's up?
No, I'm putting my Fujitech properly.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Anyways, so let's go ahead and go down the list. I'll start because mine's probably gonna be the easiest. Hi, my name is Rikai. I am a Bun Boy VTuber variety streamer. I don't stream a whole lot right now because I have kind of a shoddy internet connection. But I am DMing for this. And I've been playing D&D for like 3-4 years now. And I play way too much Final Fantasy 14. I play just basically whatever I feel like playing on stream, but it's mostly gonna be like Final Fantasy, things like that. I also do randomized speedruns of Twilight Princess, because I'm just a huge fucking nerd. But I am the DM. I am God. I am the seamstress. I am whomever you want to call me.
Mom.
Man.
What did you call me?
Mom.
Mommy?
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Real. Anyways, Mom, I threw up. But anyways, this entire setting is a homebrew setting that I've been working on for a few years now. It is the realm of the seamstress. And I'm very excited to share it all, but both with you guys and with your audiences. It genuinely does mean a lot to me. And I'm extremely excited to kind of get things out there, because I did like a whole like 6-7 months of just like reworking the entire setting, and kind of getting it into a better shape for a campaign like this, a much larger scale campaign, because I did one in it and it was kind of short. It was mostly just kind of like establishing things and helping me get some lore on the ground. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for like playing and being available to play. And thank you guys to your audiences for coming out and watching the streams. It means a lot to me.
I don't know if my audience got a choice, but that's fine.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's
A captive
fair.
audience is still an audience.
Yeah.
That is technically correct.
But anyways,
in a sense.
let's go ahead and go down the list. Allomere, hi.
Hello there, it is I, Allomere. I am a Owlin VTuber that does a lot of War Thunder and Flight Simi stuff, but I do a little bit of other things on the side. I am playing Owllmere, our Owlin fighter rogue combo, and hopefully I am here to keep the party alive and not let them kick the bucket too soon.
Very nice.
So-
It's definitely one of the choices of all time, fighter rogue, especially your subclasses, swashbuckler and rune knight.
I didn't
That
even
is-
realize it was fighter rogue. Ooh.
Yeah. So
It's-
like he has, what's your initiative modifier?
A plus
Fucking 10. You have plus 10 to initiative. 'Cause you also have the alert feat. So you add your proficiency bonus, your wisdom modifier, and your charisma.
Charisma mod.
Yeah. So you have oh no, it's just your dex, charisma, and proficiency,
Yeah.
which is insane because you have 20 dex.
Yeah, but I
God.
I have an 8 strength, so I do have a
Yeah,
jump
because that's
stat.
gonna make up for it.
You gotta catch me first.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I can.
You
You
think
might.
you can?
I am a cat. I am quite fast.
Cats only have like a 14 dex, I think.
No, that's not what I
14
meant
or
by
15.
fast. I mean, listen, I just gotta get within range.
I just gotta go up. Problem solved. You forget. I can do
Chromatic
that.
orb.
Yeah, that's
time.
fair. Yeah, wings.
Chromatic. Yeah.
Chromatic orb.
What's your plus to hit on a chromatic orb?
You don't want to know.
Enough.
Enough.
You don't need to know anything else after that.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
okay, I'ma just say, we saw what happened last time. Do we really
We
want to take a look
did.
at things
For
from the
context,
outside?
folks,
yeah.
we did a session 0 just to get familiar with Foundry, and hijinks ensued.
Oh yeah, hijinks.
Always.
Is definitely the way that you can put it.
I'm afraid of my own spells.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I wrote down in
I
my
would
journal,
too.
do not tick off chamomile. Do
Yep.
not make an enemy of chamomile.
It's kind of
Um,
crazy.
But anyways, let's continue going down the list. Brooke, tell us about yourself.
Wait, who me?
Yee.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna call you by Brooke because I don't know if I should call you Con or Chrono.
No, well, my name is Konuro Silver, Siberian Husky. I do variety streams here and there. Today I'll be playing as my boy Brook Teller, who is a mouse folk rogue, who's also a pirate.
Nice.
I think it's more important to note that you're a Titan Slayer rogue. So both your race
Specifically.
and your subclass are homebrew that I've allowed, just because I think they're fucking cool.
So,
God
guys,
damn.
It's too well.
so in a sense, imagine a small mouse going for your shins. Very
freaking
effectively.
tall mouse, going for a freaking Goliath over here. I
So-
would be able to freaking take you down easily.
So Dark Souls logic.
I
Dark
want to
Souls
give
logic.
a mouse ODM gear now.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
literally
guys,
like
we all
think
see
Attack
it,
on
right?
Titan. Yeah, like Attack on Titan is literally the perfect example of that. But like I've also adapted your subclass to fit with the new 2024 rules.
Yeah.
So rogues, so Titan Slayers by default at level 3 would get a thing that lets you trip enemies whenever you sneak attack them, if memory serves. So just like knock them prone. I've adapted that such that at level 3 you get the Cunning Strike to do that, which they just roll a dexterity save against. I want to say it's DC something. What's the DC? Let me double check.
Maybe we can keep some of the secrets for the first
yeah.
combat,
Yeah.
and we can keep moving.
I'm cool with
Anyway.
that. Ooh, what is it?
Anyway, next person, Chammomile.
Shit, I guess now's my time. Hello, everyone. My name is Mafia Cat Chammomile, also known as Michael Ghoulie VT, and together we make up GhoulCatStudios, your favorite fighting duo. My pronouns today are he, they. For a brief explanation of channel, Maiko is an eldritch goddess of nature, who enslaves the living with her cordyceps-like fungus. Meanwhile, I, Chammomile, the handsome one, the good one, I'm just your average, masculine, non-binary cat, crime lord. Sometimes I fight eldritch beings on the weekend and make, bootleg and such.
weekend?
Let's see. Yeah, that's most of the channel. That's mostly it. We do lots of fun. We do variety streams. We like D&D and stuff. I heard someone saying how long they've been playing D&D. Hello, everyone. I am a tabletop RPG addict. I have been playing tabletop RPGs an ungodly amount of time now, and I play and host a variety of systems. I think we're past 30 now. Of systems that I play and host.
Holy shit.
So we're getting there.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's mostly it. And if you tune in around March, I might finally be, living and moving instead of a PNG for the cat.
I'm just saying,
heart emoji.
Can you really say you've played 30 systems when at least 6 of them are powered by the apocalypse?
Listen here. Oh shit.
Hold
The
on,
rules
Ness.
do technically change from those systems. To be
But
fair,
it's
I counted
powered
powered by
apocalypse.
the to be fair, I count powered by the apocalypse as one system in this list. However, that is a good try, because usually when I list all the games that I could host, I will list those separate.
For sure. Yeah.
I miss the times when I just played TTRPGs all day, every day.
I have more hours on Roll20 alone than people have on, like, Gary's mod.
Holy shit.
Actually, there's a lot of hours spent there.
So, is 15 years a lot, or do I need to put more numbers into
about,
that?
I guess.
I mean, okay, but is it 15 years of, like, every couple of days, or 15 years of all day, every day?
It wasn't all
more
day,
than-
every day, but it was
I'm
definitely.
getting close, technically, because of the all day, every day, but no, you're still ahead, don't worry.
I got some years. Let's just put it that way. I got years to put in for
You
that.
got a head start.
I
think there's one more person before me down the horn.
Hi everyone, my name is May Anastasia. I am a cat guide all the way out here in the multi-dimensional spaceport, Eden Spaceport. And today I will be playing Neo, a tabaxi snow leopard who is a sorcerer trying to figure out why this family curse has been with me since my father's passing. That's essentially the most that I could give. Me and Rikai have been talking a lot of things about this, but I mainly just looked at Rikai and said, "Do your worst."
Oh yeah, I completely plan on traumatizing you, by the way.
you told me
I
you
completely
plan on
plan on traumatizing
traumatizing everybody.
Oh yeah, no,
I am
everybody's getting
very
traumatized.
interested to see how you do this.
Also-
I honestly, I think it's gonna be worse on Riana.
Ooh.
Also, Ness, I am not the party harlot. Excuse
know.
me.
Wow.
Excuse
I
me.
mean,
I forgot to specify my class to chat. Hello, chat. I'm the party's bard. More specifically, I'm a lore bard. I'm a diet wizard.
Diet
Like,
wizard.
I can perform, I can sing, but hear me out. What if Indiana Jones was a twink?
That sums up your character really well.
That
I mean,
is
like,
my
really,
character.
really well.
I'm aware.
Except for the fact that Indiana Jones never had a large construct assistant, otherwise is known as RTD67 at twitch.tv. I do variety streams. You know, I'm not streaming regularly right now because I'm full-time student, part-time worker, and I can't do full part-time. There's only 12 hours in a day. But
Unfortunately.
I just hit my stand with my headset. However, I am a member of this party.
That's it?
That's it.
Yep.
However,
I think you got
Okay.
the part where you're a full-time goober.
I am
for
not
following.
a full-time goober.
Yeah, I got you.
My character in
The
this
Hastuda
campaign
Miku song
is,
kicked in.
and that's all I'm gonna give the chat. So have fun with that.
But yes, we're
I'm
ready.
following everyone.
We're ready. We're about to have. We're
Oh,
here. We're...
RTD, is the map loading for you? I'm looking at your stream. It doesn't appear that the map, like the background,
is
loaded.
loaded properly.
I don't believe so. Do you want to refresh real quick?
Yeah, I'll
Oh my.
Just make
reload
them
application. Here we
Goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness,
It wouldn't
you
be
are
a D&D
gigantic.
stream without technical difficulties, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also, chat, I forgot to tell you. I do also have a familiar.
You do have a familiar.
And it's an Anomalocaris.
Okay, so the map still is not loading properly, apparently.
That is.
Oh no.
What browser are you on?
Opera.
That might be why. Switch to a Chromium-based browser if you can.
It is.
Oh.
Opera
Yeah.
is technically a Chromium-based browser, yeah.
It is. Are you using Opera or Opera GX?
GX, I think.
Okay, Mister, I have sad
know
news
why
for
you
you.
have- I haven't had
you-
any
you-
issues.
You asked about the Stream Together link. You can't use Opera for Stream Together.
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
Because Twitch
See-
is cringe.
See if you can switch to a different browser and see if that works. 'cause
I
don't
have
want-
Firefox here. I can try that.
Yeah. See if that works. I know Firefox works for
okay.
me on my computer.
Why weren't you
Not sure
using
how well
that
it'll
one to begin
work.
with?
Anyway, guys, I just want to let you know that this is going to be a regular stream that we're going to be doing every other Saturday. So look forward to it. We hope to make this really long term. At least some of my end of things I wanted to be really long term. Khan wants to make it really long term. And overall, I do hope you all enjoy and look forward to more sessions of Sins of the Suns with us. I'm honestly really excited. Khan is very, very excited. Khan loves D&D, but hasn't been in a long-term campaign, and I'm happy to play in a long-term campaign with Khan too. So, anyway, I'm gonna undeafen myself now.
Nobody saw anything.
I wanted to deafen
Make it
just
loud
to
now.
say that that we were going to be like doing this every other Saturday.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Every other
yeah,
Saturday
there
at
is-
16 PST.
Yep, every other Saturday. So next week, no, but the week after, do keep an eye out for us. Oh, that reminds me,
At
Khan, I
some
need...
point, I might also do art for people's characters or something. At least one of
You
them
should do
is
art
getting
for
that guaranteed.
NPCs. I think that would be really cool.
Okay, that's
Oh, yeah,
a lot
Con, I
more
forgot.
to commit to. Hold up, wait. You have a deal.
Oh.
However,
Oh.
I have to be able to date any NPC. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Khan, do you want your
Deal.
audience to be on my stream?
What
Can
to say?
hit
What number?
that.
Yours?
What me mine?
No, I was just making sure. It's like they know it's live right now, right?
I am not streaming.
No,
It's-
no. Your server
don't
knows
get-
you're live right now, or at least like you're here with
It's
us.
just gonna be this.
I
on
let
the
them know.
stream. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
I'm. Did the background load for you this time?
I'm checking that now.
Okay, gotcha. Because I just want to make sure that like everything works and everything's like in order and you're good.
Yep.
We're good.
We will see.
Okay.
As soon as this loads.
Yeah,
We're at
Ness.
99%. It's
Con
always the
wants-
90.
Yeah,
It's
it
always the
always
100%
does that.
that takes
Yeah.
forever. It's the fucking tech issues. It always
Mhm.
happens.
Technical
I'm not
difficulties,
gonna
please
lie.
hold.
I think
Yeah.
realistically, this is one of the first times I've seen someone other than me play a tabaxi.
There we go. Okay, it works.
Okay,
And
It
that
lovely.
works
just-
on this, so I can
just
swap
makes me so
over
happy.
OBS to capture.
Also, Ness, it was not my fault Khan died. In,
Huh?
Oh, it was your fault.
No,
Mind you.
Here we go.
Yes.
no.
And it's full screen the same way. I'm not showing nothing. We're chilling.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. So, anyways, just to kind of reset the plot hook, you guys have all come to Ragnar's Gate, the capital city of Ruvel Kingdom, out here in the continent of Brindelia, just to the northeast of Elden Reach, the larger like main continent of like the region of the world where you guys are. Brindelia is its kind of sister continent. Think like Australia to Asia kind of deal.
Mhm.
So everyone's here for their own purpose. But most of you guys are here for kind of the same MacGuffin. Y'all looking for a tome that is said to have. It's rumored to have immense power and hold the secrets of the universe as we know it. Brooke, as far as I remember, from what we discussed, you're here because you just kind of want to see what it is. You're more curious than anything. And you just kind of dragged Allomere with you because you two were from the same pirate crew that then disbanded for one reason or another, which we won't get into right now. But you're more curious because, you know, you're the little guy. You're like, man, gotta get my little rat hands on this thing. Neo, you are here because you believe it holds the answers to the secret, the answers to why you have this curse.
Yes.
This thing that afflicts you. Whereas we don't know why Cam and Sister are here. That is a secret.
I'm so mysterious and handsome.
I am.
But as you all know, if you've accepted the job, then you know to go find Cyrus Blackthorn at the Adventurers Guild here in Ragnar's Gate, to investigate the murder of Lyric Thalwyn. Figure might as well go ahead and do that while you're here. It may be connected in some way, shape, or form. So anyways, I'll go ahead and pause the game, and I will set you guys loose. Owllmere and Brook are already outside of the Adventurers Guild. They know exactly where they need to be. Chammomile and Sister are next door, getting a bite to eat. They're almost there. They rolled pretty high on their, like, you know, together, like when they're gonna get there.
This bowl of tuna is really good. You don't understand.
The person behind the counter is confused at your order of just a whole bowl of chopped tuna. Not cooked or anything. He's just confused. He's happy that he got paid.
If he questions me, I'm gonna be like, "Sir, I have a doctorate. I work at a college. I'm allowed to be weird."
He's working the front counter. He's usually in the back, but he's working the front counter today. He's just trucking along. But Brooke, as you and Owllmere enter the Adventurers Guild, you can kind of hear the murmur of it being a little bit lively. You can see people all just kind of having like their own conversations. People in there look like they're, you know, either they're seasoned veterans or they're there just visiting people and seeing what's going on, maybe posting a job or two, and just kind of getting the lay of the land.
You smell that? It's the smell of adventure.
I mean, I would smell it if I could smell, but it sounds like a good time is ahead of us, Brooke.
I'm holding on to my tail and just like spinning it around, just walking about.
As I'm just keeping close. Keeping my head on a literal swivel.
As you enter, the lady right here, you notice that she is, well, what's your passive perception? Let me check.
Ooh, good question.
Perception plus, so yeah, 16, and I'm gonna assume enough. Yeah, 19. Yeah, enough. You notice that this lady right here, she seems to be kind of the proprietor. She seems to be the you know, oh, excuse me, the person that you would go to look for the owner of the establishment.
I'll click my beak to Brooke and kind of just turn my head over to the established owner.
Yeah,
I think she's the one we're supposed to be talking to, isn't she?
I don't know. All these people look alike to me.
You hear her at the table. She's talking with this older gentleman over here, and you can kind of catch bits of their conversation, especially you, Brooke, being perceptive as you are. You can hear that the old man he's trying to get a job posting going, but the lady, she is basically saying, "You've tried to put this up 15 different times. I'm not putting this job up for you." And the old man is just pleading. What's up?
I couldn't help but hear the little chit chat. I'm a bit of a nosy body. What's going on here?
He looks at you and kind of shocked you. And he kind of like raises his hand and he kind of like raises his hand and like what's the best way to explain it? Kind of like jazz hands for a second. They're like, excuse me, but
He's exclaimed. Indeed.
the lady looks over. He's never seen a mouse folk.
Ah, perhaps.
Or an owlin, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that would. There aren't many of us around. That's true.
I don't think there's a lot of.
Friend?
I don't think there's a lot of animal people. Period around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in Ragnar's Gate.
No need to be afraid. Me and my big buddy over here are adventurers, right?
Indeed, we help the people and serve the public.
Now, if this fine young lady wouldn't, take up your job, we might be able to.
The lady quickly interrupts. Trust me, you don't want to.
Let's see what the old man has to say. No offense.
Your funeral. And she gets up and she kind of she walks over to the back over here. And the old man he looks over to you and he just kind of with like an exasperated sigh. My crops. Please, they've died. Is there not a druid that can help? Are you a druid?
Magic is definitely not my forte. I'm sorry.
I know nothing about magic.
Roll insight, just real quick.
Okay.
It's kind of like a passive thing, you know.
The both
You get a
of us?
twinge in the back of your head.
Yeah, you guys can both roll.
Oh god.
Which one?
Insight.
Insight. Where
You
is it?
hear the LA Noir keystroke.
Yeah.
Our insight didn't do too good.
My God, no, I just rolled a 19 and an 18, but there we go. That's much more like it. You kind of get the feeling that it's much less that his crops are dead. His crops are definitely dead. That's because it's the wrong season for them to be growing. But you get the feeling it's more because he's a lonely old man. He's just looking for company.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a black thumb when it comes to, or a black talon when it comes to plants. I'm sorry. I would probably do more harm than good.
No,
He just kind of
wait.
what's up?
Hold on a moment. I pull in Owllmere beside me.
Yeah, what's up?
What are you doing?
I mean, he's needing a druid. We're obviously not druids. How are we supposed to help?
Okay, but we can still kind of make some coin out of this if you think about it.
While you guys have this little aside, let's move to the druid.
What? No.
I would assume that at this point, Cam has finished up their meal and has paid the silver.
Yeah. He'll finish setting down his stuff. He'll look at the time. He'll just look outside roughly where the sun is, and he's just gonna suddenly straighten up, freshen up, make himself look nice, and is like, "Now then, would you look at the time? We have to go." And then drop the coin plus a tip on the counter, grab sister's hand, zoom out the door and across the street.
As you leave, he reminds you where the Adventurers Guild is. It is right over here.
I started to take a step the wrong direction, and as he corrects
You
me,
like start going into the back.
I start to go the wrong direction. He's like, other way, thanks. There's just a smoke cloud.
The game is on pause. Y'all are more than welcome to move about if you want. While you make your way over there, let's also say hi to our sorcerer down here, who's been roped up, to say the very least. Let me actually put someone down here.
I was gonna say, I was like roped up with what, the seller over here?
Yeah, you have a halfling who is attempting to sell you a knife. And you're just kind of like, they're so persuasive that you're just like, I really just like kind of can't leave without buying something, but I really don't want to buy something. What'll it be?
You drive a really hard bargain. And
I sure do.
I suppose I can.
They're all handcrafted from home.
Yes. I'll buy this
We're even
one.
endorsed by the armies of Rivenshade.
Yes. I'll take this one, and I grab like just a small little paring fruit knife, in a sense.
You see, it's somewhat etched with this kind of one could call it ornate design. And as you pick it up, she's, oh, that one's 30 gold.
Oof. Oh wait. Trying to find my stuff. Give me a second.
Yep, you're good.
Where is my inventory?
If you double click your token, I don't believe we put in your coin amounts.
Oh no. Oh yeah, there. Yeah,
so double click your inventory.
I have like no
inventory.
gold apparently.
Yeah, I didn't know where your coin amounts were, and so I was like, you know what, we'll do that later.
And then we never did.
Yeah. Because I don't remember like where the rolls went. I don't know if they were in Cooper's server in here or in DM's. So I was like, we'll figure that out.
I could
later.
re-roll them if you want, just to be fair.
Sure. Let me find my guidelines again, and we can totally just go ahead and re-roll everyone's gold. Let me find my stuff again.
Genuinely incredible.
Thank you. I try. Oh yeah, I want revise house rules. Let me find that. 66 plus 10, so 6d6 plus 10. Because we're level 6.
Are we all getting more gold?
So if you don't have any in your inventory right now, sans what you get from your background, roll 6d6 plus 10.
I already
Excellent.
went to the
Background
button to buy
and-
my stuff, so I just have my leftover gold.
I guess that. Okay, so.
Okay.
66.
Yeah. 66 plus 10, so you have 33.
Yeah.
So
I think I already rolled since I have 29 gold. That
I don't
sounds
think
about
I've ever
right.
did that for money.
Yeah.
Well, so I have gold, yes, but it's all from item and then buying with item that I had because one of my patches just gave me gold.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize I get this too.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you
You
got
stay
another
winning.
34 gold. But yeah, so as you pick it up, that one's 30 gold.
Yes. So here's the thing. I am a traveler, so I don't have that much on me. But
Oh, then that will serve you well. It will serve you so well.
would you perhaps give me a discount? Perhaps I would love to help.
Oh, that
out
is
to support.
discounted. Its normal price is 50 gold.
I see. Okay. And I hand over the 30 gold, and as I'm handing it to her, I ask, where is the Adventurers Guild?
Before you hand it over, do you want to roll insight?
Yeah. Sorry. My brain is just...
Bro, you are getting a wish.com
You are getting a
Absolute.
I
made of tin blade
I am...
that will bend before it cuts through.
That's I rolled a 1. She's a halfling. Halflings can't roll 1s. She rolled a 4
Okay, so
for
technically...
her deception.
So technically I beat her, in a sense.
Yes. Yes. So you realize that she is, like, hardcore swindling you. Like, hardcore. Like, at most, this is worth, like, 5 silver. At most.
Fucking table knife!
I take it, before I drop the coin, I look at her and, I ask, what metal is this made out of?
It's silvered, so it's got a silver plating on it, but it's iron in the center.
Can I roll perception to actually see if she's telling the truth in this case of, like, based on the knife?
You can either roll me perception, or roll me investigation, or roll me history.
Investigation.
You take it
Whichever
between
one-
your 2 fingers and it just goes...
So the reason why I say that is because, so that was investigation? Okay. It is, she's correct. It is silver and iron. But if at least my memory serves well, the two don't bond very well when alloyed, or when forged together. It looks like if you kind of slide this the wrong way or throw it weird, it would come off and the iron core would just kind of like be this rod of iron that's in the blade.
I point out that that combination doesn't really work all that well. It must be a miracle that they...
Oh, but it's halfling made. It's good quality.
Halfling made.
That's a phrase I haven't heard in eons.
I
I
remembered
begin-
another squat race.
I begin coughing as wait. What is the wood made of? Like what specific wood?
The pommel?
Yeah.
Like the handle, I guess?
Yes, the handle.
It's just leather wrapped.
Leather wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
The best
Don't even
the
take
best-
the time
the-
to make a good handle.
The best part of the knife is the handle.
Mm.
Never mind.
I sniff it a bit as I sniff the leather and pretend that like coughing and say, oh, this leather. It seems I'm not fond of this leather. I do apologize. I must get going before I start having a coughing fit and scare away your customers.
I see your sense of style. I'll put in a custom order for you. Come back to me in 2 days. Okay?
Just walk away.
And then they never return.
I'm just gonna start walking away.
Just come back. Just come back, dear.
Okay, but watch. We're not gonna come back to this ever, I imagine. Watch us missing this is actually a god tier dagger.
Trust me when I say it's not.
I can't trust you. You're the DM.
No, they say come back in a day or two, and then we come back in the final session of the campaign, and it's like, okay, I finally finished it. It's a fucking +5 vicious weapon.
Oh, I was gonna call it a +1.
Neo, you are able to kind of intuit where the Adventurers Guild might be.
Can I at least
probably be
ask
up
this
this way.
lady over here just to be sure?
Yeah. She points you in the right direction. She says, "Yeah, it's just right over there. It's very hard to miss. The noise from inside is always insane."
Thank you very much, and I start walking away.
Awesome.
Waddle away, waddle, waddle, waddle. I keep thinking of the duck song.
As you round the corner, you can just see this like large pelt-covered warforged just the Colossus frame walking up to the building as well.
Just clunking on in.
Well, at least I won't be the weirdest thing there.
8.5, almost 9 foot tall, like at least 600-700 pound, like straight up just metal warforged.
Upon
marching their way in.
Does there like seem to be like so you know like there might be a quest counter or something that I could check in at maybe or something like that? Does there appear to be anyone in charge, I guess? Hopefully.
It doesn't look. What's
your... I'm devastated. They're not proper at all.
Can you roll me perception?
Perception? Yeah, I got this. Come on. You kidding me? Chat, if I fumble, I'm going to cry. Okay. So I'll go over here and...
No whammies. No whammies.
Hi, Skips. Thank you for following.
Normal roll.
10. Okay. As you look around, you can kind of see people had like turned their heads, like almost as if to see where someone was going. And they'll kind of point to like the back of the house. Like you're thinking the stairs, maybe. Like these stairs might be where like they're looking at. But you're not too sure. You do, however, see these two kind of outlandish looking individuals here in the front, like whispering to each other.
There's no point to going to him.
Yeah, just me and,
me
and my buddy here.
Like they're attempting to whisper, but it's kind of spilling over into like you know the area around them.
Via arrow.
Hold shift and then just arrow key.
Oh, shift and then arrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm so sick.
Alternatively, you can also use your mouse wheel to spin the arrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna start to initially walk past, just like I'm on a mission, I have things I need to do, I can't get distracted, and then be like, is that a fucking mouse? Just internally, like...
you would know it as a mouse folk.
Just give him the maddest side eye.
Do we clock the tabaxi coming in?
No, okay. I just like it's the most obvious.
I would assume. I would assume that Brook would clock everyone coming in with his 19 passive perception.
Yeah.
Right.
I would especially you see my
yeah, especially the fucking Warforged.
And then I'm after giving like such a look, not purposefully, mind you, but like after giving a look, I just continue on.
I'm guessing
my
I noticed
kind of just
that stare at me.
Yeah, you would notice the tabaxi kind of like, what? As they walk by.
Yeah, when they walk by, I stick my tongue out at them.
Cam, you got any reaction to that?
No, behind their back.
Oh, behind their back.
Yeah.
I see.
Do I roll
Do
to
I
know?
see that?
You do.
Roll to know, please.
You definitely do clock that, Neo.
Well, at least I won't be the weirdest one in here.
As you all kind of enter and cross the threshold.
Wait, I know exactly what to do.
Oh, God.
When they turn around and stick their tongue out, they just from like in one of the bags, just peeking out from like a shadow of it, they just see like two little eye shines staring at it menacingly.
You're familiar.
They're just staring.
Just your eyes staring back at him. So as you all kind of cross the threshold and enter the Adventurers Guild, you see this door back here open up again, and this lady comes out, and Cam, you kind of almost immediately recognize them as like the proprietor or someone that you would go to whenever you're looking for a quest.
Splendid. Truly splendid.
Exactly the kind of person that you were looking for.
Perfect. I love it here. Things always work out in my favor. This is so cool. Come now, sister.
Okay.
As you two approach, she kind of like gives like a quick look around the room, and she's like, "Are you here to see Cyrus.
I'm gonna pause for a moment, be like reach into a pocket, be like, oh, not that one. Reach into another, and then pull out a letter. Eventually, uncrumple it a little bit and read what it says again. Yes.
I feel like you like adjust your glasses and then read it.
Definitely.
It's just like
old man
adjust the
style,
glasses.
Oh,
Yeah.
but like it just reads so fast the paper erupts into flames. It drops the ashes. Yes.
You'll find him on the 3rd floor. I take it your friends back there are also acquainted. She kind of motions to everyone else here in the back.
Owllmere
I'm like
just kind of
also
waves.
I'm also like holding the little quest paper, looking around.
Yeah, you guys all have one, by the way. Like a
Hold
little.
up. I gotta. I gotta roll something for me.
Okay.
The quite large Warforged just slowly,
Wasn't
like full hunched over, turns to look at the 3 of you.
Absolutely.
I turned to Brooke. Did we just get volunteered for something?
I mean, you did wave at them, so we have to do it.
we waved already.
We waved already. Shoot, you're right. I mean, it sounds like we might get more coin out of this than the other guy, though.
Okay,
so.
but wait. Let me go take care of this guy. I'll give him a little bit of advice, and then we can go.
Okay.
I'll try.
Now. I kind of stretch. I stretch my wing as Brooke kind of just darts all over the table.
I'm kind of like hesitant to follow a bit, but I kind of just quietly follow along.
So, the rat's not with you, is he? The lady says.
Oh, he is. He'll be following me momentarily.
All right.
Okay,
wait.
I see.
DM, work with me here. I climb onto the chair, and then I motion the old man to like come, like get like my hand on his shoulder, and I start giving him a little bit like advice for gardening. I want to try to like take something from his pocket with my tail.
Okay, so first roll me history to see what you remember about gardening, considering the fact that you've been on the sea for most of your life.
I know how to grow seaweed, and that's about it.
Incredible.
12. Let me. Woo! Let me see what I'm contesting that with. You know just enough to tell him to dig up his crops and replant them.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it like about 2 weeks later from today. Okay? And then everything should be fine.
And now you can roll me sleight of hand.
All right.
You have to build up the
Let's go.
You are able to nab. It is. Let me see. What are you able to nab? What would an old man have on him?
Absolutely jack fucking shit. Like,
yeah.
Some shitty ass candies and maybe a few copper.
You're able to feel with your tail, kind of what feels like old, like almost crumpled up parchment. And as you take it out, I'm assuming you walk away with it like hidden in some way, shape, or form in your tail. And as you grab it, you realize it is a spell scroll. It's a 1st level spell scroll.
Ooh.
Or, no, it's a cantrip. Excuse me.
Damn, old man's holding out on us.
Anyways, we all see this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretending not to. I'm 100% just ignoring it, letting him. Brooke does
just
Brooke
like
thing.
a laser
He's your buddy, of course
designator
you
from
would.
my forehead directly on top of them.
Yeah. So you get a spell scroll for a cantrip. The cantrip, if you take like 10 minutes to study it, you would likely figure out what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stick it in my pocket.
Yep.
All
Cool.
right, I pat him on his shoulder, and then I give him like a little like tug in his beard, be like, "All right, have a good one. Bye bye."
I'm also gonna really quickly do myself a favor.
Impressive tail work.
Indeed.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
player character.
Wait till we're clear.
And then we're gonna do that just so you can like get around. Because I totally forgot to do this earlier. I so apologize. We're gonna do that. So I'm making you the owner of a token RTD. And you are able to place it, I believe. So you have your wireframe as a token that you can place now.
Yep, I see it.
Yep. Are you able to place it or no?
I sure am.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Cool. Just double checking that so, we can actually have you move around. It doesn't have anything in it because it'll just use the stats from your actual character. Do you want me to move it inside?
You can get rid of it, actually.
Okay, lovely. Cool. I just wanted to double check that because you will not fit upstairs. Trust me. Because you are about 900 pounds, and that is a wooden floor up there. Those floors are not built for that.
I'm devastated.
I wonder why.
Almost as if they didn't expect a Colossus Warframe, or not Warframe, Warforged, to be in here.
I was gonna say, like, what if, but like we could have done something to be lighter, right? And I'm like, nah. Definitely went vintage.
The core was just too damn big.
But yeah, so you guys are all instructed to head to the 3rd floor to meet Cyrus up there. Because that's where Cyrus is waiting.
All right.
Shall we head up then?
Yes. Hi, Skips. Thank you for following and thank you for being patient with the 10-minute timer. So the recap right now, we're about to embark on our first adventure and try to figure out investigate the death of someone. And we're all, ironically, a party of animals in a town of humans.
Oh, give me one moment. I apologize.
No worries. I'm just giving a recap for a new follower and such. I am May Anastasia. I am that is who I am as a player, and I am I'm a cat who is a guide for any interdimensional adventure that you're going through. Today I'm playing Neo, a sorcerer a snow leopard tabaxi with a shadow, in which I am trying to figure out why this curse was put upon me after my father's death. And I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts and players, such as Chammomile, Allomere, Konuro, and RTD, who are respectively playing Allomere, Chammomile, Brook Teller, and Sister.
Sorry, I just got given jello shots, apparently.
No, it's okay.
Ooh,
and then
thanks,
our
Mom.
DM is the lovely Rikai, who is the rabbit behind the board there.
It's called a DM screen, excuse me.
Hey,
but you didn't really miss much. We've been just basically trying to start.
Yeah, fucking around and starting up and getting everyone together.
I have one
This is the way that I like doing introductions and like the starts of campaigns. I don't like the whole everyone meets in a tavern and knows who everyone is immediately. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Not a fan of that. But your question, I'm sorry.
I have a spell that I think would allow us to effectively communicate with Sister while upstairs. But I have a question. So, what do we define as a bonus action if it's like outside of combat? So like, if I had Unseen Servant here with a pencil and paper writing to Sister everything we hear.
Cam, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Roll me history with advantage.
Okay.
All I can imagine
Absolutely.
is that one like Lethal Company emo where you're writing on a board and then just turn it around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just roll me history with advantage, please.
Oh. Let's see these numbers.
I want to see if you remember something that is extremely obvious to you. 28.
Nice.
You remember that Sister has a wireframe that they can use to exit their main, like Warforged body, and become like this small creature that can actually walk around. It's much lighter. It's easier for them to get around, like in buildings like this.
Oh, cool.
You were part of the team that developed it.
See, that makes sense, but I'm gonna be real. The artificers were doing most of the work. I was just like, this is so cool, guys.
I'm gonna lower
Guys,
You're
I
doing
brought back that part. That part's technically my work.
So,
Thank you, Elizabeth Smoke, for the follow. Really appreciate it. And welcome to the stream. There's a 10-minute timer in which you have to watch, but chill out and see us on our first session. I do apologize if I won't be as interactive, but enjoy, chill, treat this like a podcast.
Inside the interlocking metal plates, just a smaller form. I can't even necessarily call it a body. It is barely enough to be a torso and 4 limbs.
Yep.
And we'll head upstairs.
Okay, I like the teleporting feature of this. This is really
Thank
cool.
you. I'm
That
also a
was
big fan
horrifying.
of it, like giving you, it's like in the event like you accidentally hit some stairs, it gives you the option if you want to teleport or not.
Well, up to the 3rd floor we go.
Boop, boop, boop.
So as you guys get up, so yeah, as you all kind of get up to the 3rd floor, you guys can kind of hear already. There's a little bit of chit chat going on. It's not a whole lot, but it sounds like there's 2 guys just talking to each other in a back room right over here. Cam, you can probably already see them.
I might need to relaunch. I'm having a hard time loading.
I tried
Just give it
preloading
a
the
sec.
scene to kind of I tried preloading the scene to kind of remedy that, but
There's
yeah,
2.
it's staying in at 98% for me. I don't know if it's doing it for anyone else.
happens.
Yeah.
So
good, I just
before I enter, I would like to
There's 2
kind
wireframes.
of-
Interesting.
Yep, that's...
I'm gonna delete this one back here.
Yep, go ahead.
But like before we enter, I kind of want to listen for a second, just kind of stand to the side as if just kind of loitering in the hallway and have one of my cat ears perked up listening out of view.
It mostly just sounds like idle conversation.
But do they drop whose name is who so I can walk in pretending like I know?
Not really. It's mainly just the conversation is just directed between the 2 of them. It's a lot of you and oh him, oh yeah, that kind of stuff. It's like 2 old friends catching up with one another.
Oh, okay, cool. Absolutely.
I sort of step in and knock on the wall to catch their attention, and it's like, excuse me.
They both kind of perk up. You can tell that this guy right here, very obviously by how massive he is, he's a Goliath. It's extremely just, oh yeah, I know who this is. I know, that this guy is a Goliath. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke
looks
with
up
the
and-
battle in his eyes, just I can kill you.
And so they both look at the doorway there, and I see everyone. Oh my god, excuse me.
The Jello shots really
The-
be making you tipsy.
No, no, no.
Hell yeah.
I just got them. It's gonna hit me later. Trust me. She gave me 2, so one of them was half full, the other one wasn't. So it'll be way later for it to actually do anything to me.
End
but
of session, DM falls over.
Water. Oh yeah. That's what we used to do when Eldon held some by himself, or whenever he ran some IRL. We would just kind of drink and play. It was hilarious. I'll have stories about it later, but that's irrelevant for the moment.
Yep.
Anyways, water has been chugged. So the gentleman at the end of the table kind of signals for you all to come in. Well, I take it this is who she sent me.
I come and I take a seat at this chair when we all come in.
The man next to him, kind of in a low grumble, they are an interesting group.
Interesting we may be, but we can get the job done.
I'm kind of
Whatever it
hesitant
may
to pick a spot at the table because I'm just
He locked eyes with you for a second, Allomere, the Goliath.
Uh-huh.
He locks eyes with you for a second, and it's kind of like a man to man. Kind of like a man-to-man, just that little nod. He's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I give him that knowing nod, just the downward nod. Yeah.
Yep.
Not the upward one, the downward one.
Yep.
Sisters just hovering around the entrance to the room. It is excruciatingly obvious that they are not comfortable being seen around like this.
Mm.
I'm just gonna go over here and
Climb up.
no, I'm gonna pull the chair, climb on top of it, and then climb on top of the table just to sit on it crossed legs.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to attempt to stop this.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll me just a dexterity check, just flat dex, and then roll me contested. Roll me contested acrobatics. Or
Do I need to intervene?
I'm not bad at that one. So, just roll acrobatics.
No, not so. You roll just flat dex.
Okay.
Brooke rolls acrobatics.
All right.
Go.
Hero going.
Damn, never mind.
You try, but he kind of like the way he jumps. He almost does like a backflip to kind of like duck under your arm as you try to catch him.
Oh, you.
He's a slippery rat.
I take out the piece of
I
paper.
take
and be like,
notice and I glare daggers.
Oh my god, give me one moment. I'm being interrupted.
all right.
Go ahead.
No, I'd rather have
I'd
the
be
DM be
careful.
here.
I'm just
That's
gonna
mouse
sit
is
down.
not
and
Cons
talking.
very
of
want to be
being
politely.
at
trifled with.
home when you're DMing is this. But anyways, as you all get settled, the man at the end of the table, he introduces himself as Cyrus Blackthorn. He is the owner of or I guess he's the leader of the Adventurers Guild here in the southeastern jurisdiction of Brindelia. And he is joined by the man to his left is Rhett Novak. And anyone who's been around here or kind of like knows the lore of this area, go ahead and roll me a history check. I want to say that's only going to be Chammomile.
Yeah, not me.
I always roll history. I love this skill.
And then
What's-
additionally, Neo, May, can you roll me Arcana? Because the way that I roll Arcana checks is it's kind of like a lesser detect magic. 11. Okay, so you feel that there's an immensely powerful and very well used magic item in here. And Cam, you know Rhett Novak is a direct descendant of Ragnar Iron Fist, of whom
Oh, so he.
Ragnar's fate is named after.
Oh, does he have the Iron Fist?
He does not have the Iron Fist, but he has his battle axe, which is a +2 battle axe, which is what Neo feels.
Okay, but like, more importantly, is it like an antique battle axe? Like, is it nice? Is it
Yes.
an old one that's well kept?
Yes.
Okay, I know exactly what I have to do.
But, so, give me 1 second. I have notes for this. I have notes. So I take it that this is everyone who she's going to send me for the moment. So, Cyrus starts. I'll go ahead and brief you on the situation. And I'm very glad that you took the job posting. Thank you. I hope that 750 gold is enough to entice you all. Obviously, it'll be split evenly between you all. But I've summoned you to investigate the death of Leoric Thalwyn. More specifically, Percival Tookbright's framing for his death. He's been imprisoned, but he's a good friend of mine. I don't believe that Percival is capable of this. He can get upset when it comes down to prices because Leoric he's a businessman. He possibly attempted to negotiate a price and got on his bad side, but I don't think that he would go to these lengths.
I kind of raise my hand a bit while he's briefing, just to like politely ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
No offense, sir, but aren't you a little bit biased to believe that perhaps he is innocent? It's just to play devil's advocate.
I am. I will say that, yes, I am. I've known the man for 15 years. Since he's been a trader, at least an intercontinental trader. I've had my few run-ins with him, but never once has he killed a man. Not even close. The man wouldn't hurt a fly.
I believe it when I see it.
I roll insight to see if he's hiding something that we should know about this individual.
Go for it. He is telling the absolute truth. This basically we're saying he's just a little guy. Percival he's just a little guy. You know? He's very firm with his prices, as he is a merchant. He's a merchant of like finer items. But Percival would not hurt anyone. He will get upset and mad that you suggest that he sells something at lower than its normal value, but he would never ever hurt anybody. That's all you can gather. But he's 100% telling the truth.
Okay.
How long ago did this murder take place?
Rhett chips in now. It's only been a few days. But it's been long enough that we can get a job posting up and see justice served.
Has the scene been tampered with at all?
No, we have guards near it. It's in the marketplace just south of here. I unfortunately was the first person to find the body. Hence my being here. There were stab wounds that I found across his abdomen. It looks like the blade was pointed up, as if someone shorter than him was the one who stabbed him. Hence, everyone leading to believe that Percival was the one who killed him. But I doubt that. And I'll let that insight roll kind of go. He's telling the truth.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
So, other than that, are there no other possible suspects that they have? So that we could perhaps
as it stands, no. As far as suspects go, no.
We are wasting daylight. Why don't you take us to where the crime scene happened, and then we can figure it out from there?
Here, he slips you a note, Brooke. You know, it basically just has his signature on it, saying to allow you to see the crime scene. Take this to the gods down there. They'll let you look at the crime scene.
Wonderful.
It's unlikely that without that you would be able to look at the scene. In short, I'll withhold any other information that I have for the moment. I want to make sure that you come to the same conclusion that I do.
Fair enough.
This is about most importance. There's something deeper going on here that I'm not seeing the full picture of.
I mean, we still need directions. Me and my buddy over here are brand new to this place.
We've never been
If you go just to the south of here, you'll see a market district. You'll very clearly see where the gods are posted up.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna have to carry me because I don't want to walk too much.
Not a problem. Hop on my shoulder.
Just to mention this, Lyric says his belongings are being held. He's been rumored to hold some tome. He said it's very important to him, and it has to get to its destination.
I forgot. I don't know how to do a private DM to the DM.
I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see that.
Sorry.
That is a no. Just DM me on Discord.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Easier that way.
Yeah, much easier that way. Yeah. I think it's like a
before
private
that happened, did
DM
you say,
thing.
Did you say something about a tome? I just want to make sure I heard correctly.
Yes. Percival, he's rumored to be carrying a tome. He wouldn't tell me much about it. He said he was sworn to secrecy.
Cam will like push up his glasses and they'll do like the eye shine thing.
God.
And simply reply, then we have no time to wait.
The anime.
grab the rat by the hood if possible and
Oh, I would
Grab the
interject.
rat by the hood.
No, I would be interjecting if he reaches for that rat. I'm sorry. I saw that first whiff earlier. I am protecting this rat. This mouse, excuse me. And
then
we,
as I miss, I kind of turn and say, "Well, then hurry up.
Well,
If
You
we
have the
do this
information that you
fast,
need
I'll get us
to-
dinner tonight."
to do this, come back to me when you've got a little bit of information, and I can tell you more.
I
Sounds
pick
good.
myself up with a tail whip and then go and just climb on top of Owlmere's shoulders.
You're just gonna like ride on Allomere.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Forward!
Let's go.
Yep, it's back downstairs, out the way you came, basically. You will have like kind of gotten a feeling for where some things are, so you know that like I'll wait for you guys all to get back in like the main scene before we go any further.
Why is there two
Or
of me?
before I say anything else. It might be a glitch. Yeah, that's lovely.
Don't worry, let's not think about it.
And then I will delete your wireframe. Boink. Yeah, you guys would all know that the market is just down here.
Wait, where's my Uber?
Where did I go?
Where is Allomere? Is he on second
My
floor?
token got stuck on the
Yep,
Yeah, I think my
totally.
token got
I
stuck.
will place you
Sorry.
down by the stairs, my friend.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and they said
I
there
will.
was
I'm gonna place you
fire.
right there because that's where my screen
Perfect.
was.
Works for me.
Yep.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Got to go catch up with the others. I mean, I could just fly over the buildings and just
Yeah,
bring
you
you
literally
with me.
could. Yeah.
Let's go. Whoosh.
Yeah, you guys are very able to like clearly see where things are people. I see. Understood. We have one BRB bio.
Whoosh. Gotcha.
Yep.
Where are the guards? Are these the guards down?
I
No.
will-
They're over here.
These are the guards over
Oh,
here.
I see the guards now. They were blending in with the concrete.
Yes, I'm gonna drag
Whoosh.
sister because RTD is currently BRB.
Okay. Whoosh.
Lovely.
I just fly over and land.
Yep.
With Brook on my shoulder. I want to. I
this-
need to get like a little saddle for Brook just so he
You
can
do, yeah.
fly with me.
So this guard, as you all approach, he kind of holds his hands up. Halt! This is a crime scene. We need to keep this area clean.
I give him the piece of paper. We're here on investigation.
You're investigators. You don't look the type.
And you don't
That's
look
exactly
like a proper
why.
guard.
Cam looks almost offended.
I stop Brooke and say, the guildmaster thought perhaps a fresh set of eyes outside of investigators would help.
He takes the letter. He kind of heavily sighs and like he gives the letter that like Ratatouille look over.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of gives it that like. He gives a heavy sigh. He's like, "All right, do what you may." And he allows you guys to kind of like look at the scene. So there are some of like his containers that he has just kind of out here because like we said, he's a proprietor of like really fine goods.
Mm-hmm. I look over
yeah,
to
so,
one
like-
of the guards and ask, so where exactly was the body found? Can you show us?
He points over here.
I would like to start looking for like any signs of violent, like if there's still blood splatters and everything.
Yeah, there's
just to be
very obvious like
safe.
blood splatters there. They've kind of like faded a little bit because it's been a couple of days. But yeah, there is blood on the ground over there.
Mm.
You can just by looking at it, you can tell that what Rhett said is very true. It looks like someone stabbed him from lower. But that's that's really all you can tell.
Can I tell roughly what size the stab is?
Well, the body's not here anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
but sorry, I forgot about
They wouldn't leave a body rotting for 2 days.
I go up to the garden and start questioning just to make sure everyone is on the same page. It's like so when you found the dead body, was perhaps the weapon that they have lodged in the body? Do you have it perhaps so that we could see if maybe fingerprints were still there?
He kind of he turns to you and he's got this big old ginger beard. He he looks a little bit goofy. He's like, well, from what I recall, the weapon wasn't found. He was bloody dry. He's kind of unintelligible in some things, but what he basically conveys is that murder weapon wasn't found, and it looks like his gut had kind of like been slashed open, like a really botched C-section kind of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those are not pretty to look at.
I look over to Chammomile, and I kind of gather Chammomile's like the intellect type and such, and I look and it's like, excuse me, so if for a guy to have like a C-section like incision, what major organs would be important to take if organs were to be taken?
The only ones in the abdomen, well, mostly is there's intestines, but then there's technically in that region you could also get like the liver, kidneys, bladder.
Would you perhaps think this is a organ harvesting?
Well, considering we haven't had that in ever, no.
Let's see.
At least I haven't seen it in my time.
Where's the body?
It's already been buried.
With me and Owllmere being new here, but have we seen guards on our way to this area before?
Like on the way to the market?
Yeah.
Here and there, yeah.
Okay. Is it possible I can like distinguish if there's any like oddities out of these four?
Just using your passive alone is enough. But no, they seem normal. They've got that same like purple regalia. I know the tokens is blue, but they've got that like same like purple regalia on as normal guards would. They hold themselves in the same way. They very obviously have the training. So nothing seems off to you.
I'm gonna look through the items and see if I can find anything possibly that could be used as a weapon.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Righty.
While she does that, could I see if there's like anything other besides blood splatter here? Like any like like fiber from clothing?
You rolled 21. I see. So, as you look around, you can't gather that there's anything that would be used as a weapon per se. There's yes. Sorry, I'm getting a DM from a player.
You're fine.
And I'm just responding to it in VC. But so you're not able to find anything that would be used as a weapon per se. But most of these containers are empty. You can see written on a post over here. It is just like a symbol, carved almost with like a knife. You can't quite make out what it is. If someone knew a language that was primarily symbols and things that, you know, if someone's in on it, then they would probably understand. It's like a, if you know, you know kind of deal.
So none of us would potentially know.
I look around to our party and kind of think for a bit. Brooke, right? The mouse? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
What you need, sweet cheeks?
I feel like he came up with
Sorry,
like that. He came up with like that. Like, bro was like, Rizap told me to say.
Oh
I
my gosh.
I look at him and I just say, first of all, stop. Second of all, you happen to recognize something like this? I know, I don't know if you Yves have some kind of secret language or something like that, or anything. I don't know. I heard some people say about hobo talk.
I don't know who you take me for. I'm a slightly offended.
Also, out of like outside of game,
Out of character.
and such like
Yeah.
that. Apparently, thieves talk in IRL was actually referred to as hobo writing.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
the hobo writing. Hobo
love that.
writing is a whole language on itself to tell you whether or not it is safe to sleep, has food, has water, or if someone in particular, like a home, like if you go to like a ghetto like area in a city, there's a bunch of these symbols and stuff, and then if you see one in the neighborhood, most likely someone in the neighborhood is actually taking care of the homeless there.
Oh, that's really cool.
Now I don't know what symbols mean what, but I mean like it's an interesting
Yeah.
no.
That's interesting. I did not know that. Like thieves can't actually exist.
Yeah, in a sense. In a sense.
All right,
That's pretty cool.
I cut myself up being like, ooh, what's that? And I look at the
You-
marking.
Yeah, you almost immediately recognize it as this is an easy target. That's basically all the symbol means is that you know this stall right here, very easy target if you're looking to steal.
Oh, so it is thieves can't.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, so I would have recognized that too if I looked.
Yep.
Nice.
Hey, Alnir, come here real quick.
Yo. Yeah, what's up?
Look at.
Oh.
Look at this. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Allomere, you kind of get the because you know I'm assuming that you know more languages than Brooke. Let me double check that real quick. Though.
That's a good. I don't know. I wouldn't quite
1,
say
2,
I know
3,
more.
4,
but
5, 6.
do I know some? I do know some.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so by 1. You can tell it either this is some kind of like regional thing or just how they write it here, but it seems like this was very professionally carved
Yeah.
by like someone who
Mhm.
has training in it, like actual proper like almost like government funded training. But it's definitely not Ruvel because you've seen the people who write in the Ruvel, even like even Cyrus's writing on the note, not like this at all.
Interesting.
All right, gods, come around. Look at this. Look, you see this right here?
We about to
Well,
teach you
yeah,
guys
I
some
just thought-
knowledge.
I just thought that meant it was a stall.
Do you see this on any
What
of the
about
other
Rihanna?
stalls?
Here and there.
All right.
Would you
Well, we
mind-
have a big problem.
That is a big problem.
It's there's a lot of stalls, and you know, I just thought it was something that the construction crew did.
Observe and report. Is that what not guards are supposed to do? You observe
Well,
a change
yeah.
in the scenery and you didn't report it.
God,
It's been here for as long
blood
as I
are
can
you
remember.
guys?
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing. The symbols have been there for as long as they can remember.
Interesting.
Welcome back, Rihanna.
I'll quickly in Thieves' Camp to Brooke and then ask, do you think there might be a guild here that we might need to go look into?
We might have to.
I don't even know where to begin to look in a city like this. It's so big.
Ragnar's Gate is probably about the same size as the city that you two hail from.
Oh,
I might have an idea for you if we need to find, well, a guild of sorts like that.
But coming back over here, Miss Sorcerer, as you get closer to where the body was, both you and Chammomile, both of you kind of simultaneously can kind of get this it's almost not. It's not a scent, but it feels that same way in your chest, of like some kind of like lingering magic.
Detect magic. Right off the bat.
Detect magic. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you cast it, you can so detect magic. I'll kind of describe how it feels and how it looks in my setting, because magic itself, like the act of casting magic or using magic in any way, shape, or form, you're imposing your will upon like the environment around you, right? Because everything is the weave. Everything. It's in everything. It is everything. And so the way that you cast magic is basically by giving it like a line of code saying do this instead of like what you're actively doing right here at the moment. Do this instead. So like giving it fireball is like saying, cool, we're gonna like coalesce some of this ambient weave around and then compact, make it fire. That's kind of how magic works. And it leaves a little bit of like imagine like you write something with a pencil on paper and then you erase it, but you try to like erase it really good, but there's still that like faintest mark of what was written on there. It's like that.
Okay.
And so as you cast detect magic, you can kind of see around you something was larger, and then it casts some kind of what school of magic is it? Give me one moment. Hold, please. Let me figure out the school of magic, because I know detect magic does give you the school.
If it's enlarge or reduce, I believe that one's transmutation.
It is illusion magic.
Okay.
Ah, I see. Also, to get the spell to how he does the detect magic, what he does, he like takes a paper that has like writing on it, and he crumples it up in his hands really hard, and there's like a little poof of like green flame, and it becomes ash, and he just blows it off his paw, and wherever the magic was, or like if it were a spell cast on a specific area, it kind of like lights up where it lands.
Yeah, like if footprints could glow, kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you see basically like if you could like imagine the enlarge reduce spell, it's kind of like that, but it gives you the silhouette of a human man, down to a halfling man, or some small creature.
So he got smaller, like, or
Yes.
was it start
Like
small
it-
and get big?
It
Regardless,
was
the size change.
start big, go down.
Interesting.
So someone's trying to frame it?
Possibly.
Perhaps. Though this also does beg the question. And Cam kind of turns and looks at the guards. Like, curious if this was something like, would they have even noticed anything like this about it, probably?
You can kind of intuit they're not very magically inclined.
Ah.
Yeah. This is Ruvel. This is the culture over here is very much so about physical strength, not much about knowledge.
We're talking about old school,
arcane,
old school related stuff. Then I see.
Yeah.
So illusion oh, he was appearing to be bigger.
No, he was
Appearing to be smaller.
Or, right. Wait, I thought he said it started bigger, got small.
Yeah.
Yes, bigger than
start
small.
big, get small. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so appearing to be bigger because it's an illusion, right?
No, you're
Appearing
starting
to be
big
smaller.
to appear
That's
small.
the illusion.
Oh, that's what you mean. Never mind, I was misunderstanding.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
while
you're
you
right.
guys
How
are
would-
doing that, I'm just talking this guard's ear off.
Yeah, you're just like yap.
Just constantly talking to him about the mark on the freaking wood.
As you do that, you kind of hear. So over here, there's a guy who he's a little performer, right? He's like basically casting prestidigitation and minor illusion and things like that to perform this little street performance. You can tell that he's very used to performing at this little stall right here. This is basically his stall at this point. You know that there are some like traveling performers, especially gnomes like this. They travel around every now and then, and they do their little thing, their little funky thing. Play that funky music, white gnome kind of thing, you know. And with him having been here, you kind of might be a possible witness.
I tapped the guard that I was speaking to earlier and asked, that performer over there, how long has he been performing there?
Oh, Fizzle, he's been there for... He comes and goes. Excuse me, I need to drink water.
No, don't worry.
He comes and goes. He stays for about a week and then leaves for a moon and then comes back.
So he was here when this happened, or at least he was around that time.
Yeah, I think he said he's leaving in 2 days, though. So yeah.
I look over to Chammomile and was like, should we talk to him?
Hold up, I gotta check something real quick.
No worries.
So, I'll nod and like just kind of make my way over casually though, because detect magic does technically follow me.
It does.
So I just want to see he got anything good on him, like magic item wise,
Fizzle?
or is he all natural?
He is all natural. There's no magic items on him, but you can sense a lot of illusion magic coming off of him.
So
like I said, it's a lot of like prestidigitation and things like that.
So is he coming towards the end of his performance so we can actually speak to him?
Oh yeah, he's wrapping things up as you approach, basically. And you hear the crowd giving their little claps and they're tossing some coins, some copper, some silver, a gold here and there. And he does his little bow as the crowd all kind of walk away.
I approach and politely grab his attention. Excuse me, sir.
Yes. He kind of leans back a little bit, looking up at you. His hat almost falling off him, grabbing it. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. We have a few questions, if you don't mind answering. So we won't take too much of your time.
Oh, ask away.
Yes. So you were here. When you first performed. When? On the exact date?
Well, it is the 19th now. I've been here for 3 days. Got here the 17th.
Okay. And so you've seen some of the customers come and go for the stall right across from your performance, correct?
Oh yes, Percival, a friend of mine who goes there.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've run into him a few times. He's more of an acquaintance.
Okay. Did perhaps he have any upset customers?
15.
Well, yeah, there was one particularly nasty gentleman. He kind of, bows his head and he clasps his hands together and kind of gives that little thinking clap that he does. Oh yes, I remember. I couldn't catch much of their conversation, but we got a little bit argumentative there at the end. Let me see. There was a lot of shouting. Percival was being a bit defensive from the sound of it. The two were arguing about a price of something. It's natural for Percival to do that. He's a businessman at heart, and he does not like people ripping him off. No, I surely wouldn't either.
Of course.
The
Did
man,
you perhaps...
what was his name? I'm sorry, what was that?
No, did you perhaps get a look of what he looked like? How tall he was and the like?
Oh, the man or
Yes, the man.
Percival?
No, the man. The man.
Oh, I can give you his name. His name was Lyric Thalwyn. He's the known member of the Golden Claw Traders. And he's a feisty one. He will go to nothing to get what he wants.
Can I get that name one more time?
Lyric Thalwyn.
Well, okay. Okay. And I know this might be hard to ask, but were you perhaps wrapping up around the time of, his murder?
I knew that was the unfortunate truth. Lyric. Was it Percival or was it Lyric?
Who
died?
For Percival.
Percival died. Percival died?
No, I know. My brain is horrible with names. Don't ask me for names.
You're fine. No, you're fine.
It's a cat thing.
Yep, it's a cat thing. But Lyric, he was hanging around the market district, but Percival had already gone for the night. He was gone. Packed up his things and went back to his inn room. But as I was leaving, there was someone. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at him. I didn't like his. What would you call it? Aura. If I saw him in my crowd, I would ask him to leave.
Can you describe
Lyric
this this individual that you dislike?
It was so dark I couldn't get much of him. He was wearing quite a nice robe, though. I will say that.
Well,
I did see it had some red, some grays.
You're catching this, Chamomile?
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you again for your time. I'll leave you so that you may finish clearing out and such. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. You have anything else that you wanted to ask Chamomile?
I kind of want to get a read on him. Does he... So, like, Chamomile teaching at a college, right? I've seen students... Sorry, I'm tired.
Students.
I've seen students be anxious on exams and tests. I know when you're trying to look like you studied and you didn't. So, like, the like, oh, is everything okay? Does he have any sense of, like, anxiety about him?
Only regarding the death, not anything else. It's only like, he doesn't he intentionally tried to avoid if it was a death or if it was, someone got maimed or hurt, cuz he's not a fan of that, hence why he likes illusion magic. He prefers to fuck with people, not kill them.
Damn, I was really hoping he was holding back information. I had thought of a cool thing I could do. Never mind. So like after assessing this, Cam will nod and walk back over. And actually, can I just do like a basic kind of perimeter around like the area while my detect magic is up? Can I just like kind of scout the area, see if anything else lights up at all?
Sure. Give me... What do you want to do? Do you want to do investigation or do you want to do...
I would love to do
perception?
investigation.
Investigation, okay. Go ahead and roll me investigation then.
Yeah, and I cast that thing earlier, so I have advantage.
You do. Enhance ability, yep. So that's a 25. So you don't even need detect magic for this. As you walk around, it is probably closer to like over here that you find it. I'm assuming that you're expanding your perimeter as you go, as if you can't find anything.
I will keep getting a larger and larger area until it dies out or I detect something first.
Give me 1 second.
All good.
There you go. I was just responding.
What?
Oh my god, yeah. That is a response, alright.
For reference, everyone's chat, Brooke just posted in the Discord, Brooke explaining why this wood marking explains a lot about the murder. And it's the like gif of the guy like drawing on the whiteboard and like talking a bunch. And I just replied with the guy talking to the wall.
Is the dog not listening to anything I'm saying?
Nope.
Probably not.
I use my tail to freaking whip him and be like, hey, pay attention. It's gonna be on the test.
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna be on the test.
So Cam, as you make your way over here, There's one small thing that catches your eye. It is it's a little gray thing on the ground. You can't quite tell what it is at first, but as you get closer, you can tell it's a wax seal. That would be like used to seal a letter.
Does it emanate magic at all?
No, it does not. It's just a normal wax seal.
Do
Yeah,
I see it as well?
if it doesn't instantly seem like it's gonna blow up because of magic, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, there's nothing magical about it. Yeah, I was assuming that you see it whenever Chammomile goes to pick it up.
Is there perhaps a symbol on it that I may or may not recognize?
You don't recognize it, but there is a symbol on there. One of the guards may recognize it though.
Do you want to go? Interrogate this this Percival guy while I ask about the symbol?
Well, Percival's in jail.
Well, no, my brain.
You can hover over some tokens to like see the name. So like Fizzle is one of them.
Yes.
Like if they're like a key NPC, you're gonna be able to hover over them and see their name.
Sorry, I got raided. I had to do a shout out real quick, and I couldn't remember how to type. But yeah, can you re-ask your question, May? Mia?
Would you like me to ask the guards about this symbol while you go and do some interrogation, questioning towards a potential suspect?
I think that is a splendid plan, and I'll kind of like.
I'm assuming that Chammomile is gonna give Neo the wax seal. Okay.
With a kind of little flourish, as if one would, like twirling a coin between fingers. He'll kind of do that. It'll be in the palm of his hand, and he'll offer it to her.
I take it a little bit weirded out by the by the necessity for the flare, but just kind of like turn around towards the guards, like, okay.
Would you do you want to keep an eye on that one, or do you want me to take that one with me? And I'll point at our little friend over there, and I'll attempt to be quiet enough that while they're ranting about that, they do not hear. I just worry that if unsupervised, they might get up to mischief. I've seen plenty of bad students before.
Ooh.
That's funny.
Can I roll for insight to see if they think otherwise, that they're that for a reason to need a look after Brook?
You wouldn't even need an inside roll for that. You can just tell that like they think that Brook is up to no good.
Okay, but you owe me, I suppose. Mostly just because of my experience with the first interaction I had with Brook was just like calls me sweet cheeks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I get that.
So you turn. I would assume that at this point now you turn to the guard and kind of
question
show them the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, does this symbol mean anything to you, guys? I'm new, so maybe this might be like.
The guard kind of, he doesn't even like take it from your hand. He just looks at it. Oh, that's for the Iron Ledger Consortium, trade guild.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Turn back to
Another thing I mentioned earlier, from what Fizzle said that Lyric Thalwyn is a part of the Golden Claw Traders. That's the Golden Claw Traders.
And then this is the Iron
Ledger Consortium. They're another trade guild.
I don't think we ever asked if Percival was part of a certain guild, trade guild.
Chammomile, you would know he's not. Just Cam would know. Just Cam.
I will bookmark that to totally tell them later and not get sidetracked with a side quest. As I motion for Sister to follow, and I would like to, if Sister's okay with escorting me because I'm afraid, I'm a small little cat man. No.
They look at you
I
with
would
more
like
fear
to-
than you have.
Understandable. I would like to borrow sister and go look for our suspect, see if we can find them.
So you're just gonna go like look around for the guy in the robe?
Not that one. The earlier
Percival is the one that's currently in prison that is alleged to have been the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other? No, I keep forgetting. This isn't laid out. Was Lyric the one that stabbed, or was Lyric the other one? Because I feel like
Lyric. So if y'all want to open up some notes,
I've
do
been
you
taking
guys-
notes.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, you guys definitely have your notes in there. So Lyric Thalwyn, I will, see if there's a way I can like link him in the chat. Let me see. NPCs.
Because if I remember correctly, he's the one that's alive. That's the one I want to go look for.
So yeah,
Well, they're
Lyric-
both alive.
Well, yeah, but
Um,
one's in prison, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to get through more hoops to get to that
So
one. I wanna
Lyric
find-
Thalwyn, he is the one who's dead.
Lyric
got
Thalwyn
killed.
is dead. Okay.
So he's dead. He's the guy that's dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's who I was missing.
So Percival Tookbright, he's the one who's been framed, or allegedly.
I'm trying to see the important people. I'm so sorry, I can't see these NPCs.
I'm just posting their names in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can copy paste them into your notes.
note
Cyrus
pasting.
Blackthorn is the leader of, he's the leader of this region Adventurers Guild. And then, that is, that's Cyrus Blackthorn. And then Rhett Novak was the person who found was the first person to find the body.
Who is the victim?
Lyric
Lyric.
Thalwyn is the victim.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
we
Lyric-
just went over that. My bad.
Yep.
All the mechanical keyboards.
I love it.
This is why I had to push the dog.
Here.
And then this guy over here, Fizzle Springfoot.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first. He was a witness, basically. He witnessed only the argument between Lyric and Percival. And then the kind of weird, sussy-looking guy at the end of the night.
Okay, and then that's the one I want to look for. Then I would like to. So he
Fizzle's right
remind
here.
me. How did Fizzle describe the cloaked man again?
He was just a like normal humanoid, like normal
Mhm.
human guy by the looks of it. He said that the cloak may have had like some like red, almost maroon, and then like gray.
Are there any like factions within the city that I could use? Like, for example, the guilds that might have colors that I could readily kind of observe to know what I'm looking for, maybe.
The Golden Claw Traders very obviously is gold. There's a few others, but the only one that you can really think of that's relevant to this is the Iron Ledger Consortium.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sit there and think for a moment. Would I happen to know anything about them, or would there be a place where I could go quickly read up about them?
You figure you can probably learn what you would need from whomever you need, or at least like be able to like get in contact with the people that you need through Cyrus.
All right, then I will.
This is Cyrus's hometown, so
Yeah. Then I'll kind of like look at Sister. It would appear we need to go talk to Cyrus.
Mm-hmm. The metal plate.
Maybe along the way we could see some sights? Yes, that's the one.
I set myself to
We
do not
can-
disturb on Discord because everyone's fucking pinging me. God damn.
I apologize. I know metal isn't your favorite.
They'll just hug the cloak. We go.
And we will make our way back to Cyrus.
Yeah. Cyrus was all the way up here.
Yep, back to the end. Oh,
Back to the Adventurers Guild. Yep.
okay, stop.
I kind of stay with
I'm just
with
I'm gonna
Brook
click
and
Market
Allomere,
District
just politely
3F
following them.
and spawn a wireframe in there.
That's a good idea.
That whole time,
Oh.
I'm still talking to this guard, explaining everything.
You're literally
Yep.
talking to a wall. The guy, like, at this point, this guy is just like, oh my fucking god. As you continue talking, you can kind of tell he's exhausted. He's trying to look out. He's trying to, like, keep watch. And you're just over there,
He's
like,
I don't get
so
paid enough
actually,
for this.
thieves can't, like, it means a lot more to you than you would think. Because, like, as a guard, you want to know at least some thieves can't, just in case something like this happens. And you just keep on going and going and going.
Like I start getting into the history behind it.
yeah.
Absolute pro.
And then you start
yapper.
telling him like stories of when you were on the ship and
I like
Untracted
gently.
yapping.
I just like place my hands on his shoulders and like look at the guard to like snap him out of it. It's like, anyway.
I'm still talking, but I just like
Anyway.
slowly try to push her hands away from me.
you do that like
without losing contact of this guy.
you do that like Teen Titans esque, like you know Raven is pushing Beast Boy or whatever, and like he's just like not moving his legs, he's like sliding on his heels, and he's just like got one finger up, eyes closed, and he's just talking.
Like at this point, I'm also like, Brooke, the guard is clearly checked out. He's not retaining anything you're telling him.
All right. Well, look. The next time we find a
gonna give him
library,
homework.
I'm gonna go tell him to go look up some like off the shelf books, and then like tell him all of this. He needs to know.
I agree, but he's not going to be able to retain any of it if you tell him all of it now.
I would also say it's Thieves' Cant is a very much so. If you're privy to it, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
And not everyone should be privy to it, especially city guards.
Don't trade secrets to the guard. I'm pretty sure that's treason. This is out of character. This is me being so sorry.
I look.
Oh.
I just.
I'm giving him like fake like information mixed in with like some
Oh my
some truth to
God.
like throw them off.
You're giving them all their trade secrets and none of ours.
pathologic lying.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I'm just waiting for the big guy to pick me up.
At this point, I'm like, I pick him up by like his hood, just very gently, like, okay, we need to start moving. The investigation's not going to progress if we're standing here teaching the guards quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll
So
remember
anyways,
your face.
y'all-
I'll come back and talk to
so-
you. All right?
So y'all make your way
Yes.
back to Cyrus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Cool. Let me know whenever you guys all get here, and we will begin a quick 15-minute break, somewhere around there, because we are about 2 hours in. So I just want to kind of give us the time to get up, get something to eat if need be, or like get a snack, some water, something. I still have
Alright,
like a bottle and a half of water.
Time
need
for
that
another
pizza in
bowl.
me.
Yeah, I had
Yup.
some pizza too.
Yeah, I have pizza out there waiting for me, so I'm gonna go get some.
I'm just
got
gonna
a
make
big
sure
old
that I
bowl
go
of
to
air
the,
soup.
to the that floor, and
Mhm.
I will be right back. Get some
Yep,
water and everything. Let's make this a 10-minute break, mostly just because my ads will kick in.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's meet back at X05. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Cool.
And that goes for you guys, the audience. Get some snackies. We'll be right back.
Oh, are we back?
As soon as we're done with my special pizza, we will start.
Oh, we're here.
All right,
We're
just let
chilling.
me know when we're starting again.
No,
I
we're
can
here.
Switch my scenes.
No,
Yeah,
it's okay. We're
good.
here. We're chilling. Hello, chat. How are you? Thank you, thank you, Rikai, for the sub, by the way.
Actually, I could just bring them back. That's allowed. I'll bring chat back.
We're
Hello,
gonna-
chat. You're allowed to exist again.
You're here. You're vibing with us. We're gonna be chilling over here while we're having a break together. Please make sure that you hydrate, have snackies, and I hope you're enjoying our little session. It's a me story.
What? I say screw it, we ball.
Mm.
I just realized what I said as I opened my screwball. I didn't mean for it to come out like that, but hey.
Oh,
Also,
hey,
it's
DM,
extremely
so I can-
irresponsible for me like having alcohol in the first session. Extremely irresponsible.
By the way,
I mean, hey,
I must preface
haven't
to
had-
you guys that the only reason why I'm not more upset by Khan doing the sweet cheeks things is because I date Khan. So Khan has the pass. Maybe.
I
Bro, he
gotcha.
literally hit you with that
You like jazz?
Oh,
like
DM,
that.
I have a question. So is
He
our
literally hit that.
if for our investigation scenes that are going on,
Mhm.
is the campaign theme more upbeat or menacing? Like, do I play my Call of Cthulhu-esque investigation music for ominous intent, or am I allowed to play like the jaunty upbeat?
Like, basically, is this campy or are we going film noir kind of style?
So for this first act, very film noir.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I got that set then.
I remember
Very
coming into
film
the
noir
adventure
with the
guild with my good friend
in the
Brooke.
background everywhere.
I just
remember like
imagine
yesterday
like
talking
the
up the old
smooth
man.
jazz, like.
Yeah.
We came here looking for a murder, and a murder we did find.
We.
It was the dangest murder that we ever dang murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Heard.
Alright, let me
remember-
grab some water and then we'll
And
be
our
ready.
buddy Percival was in a bind.
I remember the day. Well, Brooke went and.
I am also gonna really
and-
quickly throw this out to you, Cam.
Yeah.
Your screen seems for Cam, your screen like on your stream seems a little bit smushed.
It's because I have an
Crunch.
ultra-wide monitor.
Mm.
I could move it to the other
Oh, yeah,
monitor,
you
but
did
then
say that.
I don't have it.
Yeah, because then you're like looking over and you're like, hmm.
Yeah,
I know exactly
yeah.
what you mean.
I think streams. I mean, it's not too bad. Like,
No.
it's noticeable, but it's not
Like
awful.
to me, I notice it like in a heartbeat because I've been using the software for too long now.
Well, okay, listen. Just get a bigger screen, forehead.
I have an ultra wide monitor.
No, I'm making a joke
Yeah, I
about the
just-
fact that 16:9 is the average. So when I got this,
Oh
and it was scaled to 16:9, all of my ultra wide games have been doomed from the start. I might have a way to fix it though. Let me know if this fixes it. Hold on.
But anyway, like it's just like, it's just we're all here. We're at the table. It's just like we have questions
That's
you need
what I'm
answers for.
Oh yeah, I don't know what you did, but I'm like looking at the YouTube thing and that looks fine.
No, that was the wrong thing. That's why.
Mm.
Why did it?
Yeah, that does
switch
it.
over to that. Anyways,
I'm like intently staring at your stream. I'm like, when's it gonna be fixed? It's gonna work.
I gotta find it again.
I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah, I am as well. I'm just
Yep.
waiting for Cam to fix her stuff, and then we should be good.
I have an alternative. I don't have an alternative. Where did it go? Please bring it back. Oh wait. Control C, my beloved.
We
I
love
forgot.
the medications. Holy shit.
You good?
Yeah, we're I am no
Why?
longer in extreme abdominal pain.
Yay!
Wow.
Anyways,
Always
Wait.
celebrate lack of pain.
Yippee.
where is it? There it is. Okay, cool.
At least it's
and then...
At least it's not a man trying to experience women's periods.
Ugh.
Does that no? I feel like that makes it worse around the edges, better in the center.
I'd
oh,
rather get
yeah.
tased again.
Yeah, just however you had it before.
I've done
Yeah.
both, and
We'll
I'd
leave it like
rather
that for
ride
now,
that
and we
5
can fix it
seconds.
later.
You
Yeah.
choose the taser over the period. The period
That will have to
simulator.
endure. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I got paid.
Actually, I have an alternative solution.
Mm-hmm.
I
Alternatively,
can just
not
fix
that.
the center and adjust the screen so it's always at the center.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
Brief stint as a security guard, I got paid to get tased and knocked that off my bucket list of stupid shit to experience.
Mm.
Plot twist: the more muscularly toned you are, the worse it is.
I would imagine because like
Well,
the
it makes your
the
muscles
fat-
contort.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
contracts all your muscles, but like my glutes were freaking burning.
Ooh.
And the worst part is,
Ugh.
I was riding a motorcycle at the time, so I had to ride that thing back home after being tased. It was not easy.
With
With the
a
sore
forcefully
tushy.
clenched butt cheek.
Well, one of the prods went into my back and one went into my butt cheek. So yeah, it
Ooh.
was not fun.
Ugh.
I mean,
Anyways.
looking back, it was Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, you're fine. Anyways, it is time for us to say hi again. We took 15
Hello.
minutes instead of 10. That's fine.
It's
though.
fine. It's fine. Everyone,
Um,
everyone on stream, everyone in chat, they got their
It's
snackies.
fine.
So,
Nobody was killed. Not this time.
Aw.
I didn't do it.
Well,
You gotta try
Um,
harder, Rikai.
But so as you guys come back to Cyrus, he kind of greets you in the same way. He kind of gives you that knowing look of like, here they are again. Cool. He like I said, he gives you that knowing look, and he just asks, I assume you've kind of come to the same conclusion that I have.
Something's
Not
fishy,
yet.
that's for sure.
I have one question I want to ask first, but
Ask away.
I would like to pursue what you believe nonetheless, because I think there's something interesting happening as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Tell me what you found, and we'll see if our visions align on this.
there was multiple guilds involved,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was seen, well, another guild, not necessarily, how do I put this? I acknowledge that not all the guilds are enemies. However, it was reported that there was someone from another particular guild, not that of the victim, lurking around after things had gone down.
From the Iron Ledger Consortium, I believe.
Yes.
So then you have come to the same conclusion.
Well, there's. Did you notice the marking on the post at the stall too?
I did not see that.
The poor
Oh.
man was targeted.
It's possible. There's another angle that it might be. We're not.
100% sure.
Yeah.
What was the marking that you found? What exactly was it?
In layman's terms, it meant easy target.
Oh, I see. It was Thieves' Cant. I see. I did not see that.
We might need to
for
check
reference, he
other
knows Thieves'
places
Cant.
for it.
Oh, nice. I didn't know he knew Thieves' Cant.
Mm-hmm. He's the leader of the Adventurers Guild of like an entire region of the continent. I would hope that he does.
Okay, that makes okay. I thought he was
Yeah,
just like the guild
he is-
the head guild guy for this
No,
area.
no.
not-
He is the most well-seasoned adventurer of anyone here, of
Oh,
anyone in
shit.
the city.
Good look at anything past him. Got it.
I'm just
Yeah.
laying down on
I
the table.
would also like to ask, is there a Thieves Guild by chance? Just out of curiosity.
Not a
Considering
proper
the
one
angle.
within Ragnar's Gate. Now, within Ruvel, yes, there are several. Not many of them like each other, but the closest thing that we have to a Thieves Guild is who I think left the marking. Now, did the marking look fresh? Was it there for a long time, or just
It
carved?
It looked like it was there for a while, but it was professionally done. So
Was it very fine, like almost as if a very trained hand made it.
Yes.
Fine
I
like the
believe something
best
much worse.
wine.
Sorry, what was that?
It was fine like the freshest of wine.
It leads me to
Nutrition
believe that
taste.
it's something far from worse than what I thought initially. I'll still have you look into my original belief, but
I'm not saying
There's-
it is, but the marking there did make some note of it. So it's
there is a third, newer merchant guild, if you could call them merchants. They're in the black market, known as the Crimson Market Traders. That's what they call themselves.
My ears perk up.
right.
My
From
ears
what I
also
understand-
perk up, funnily enough.
From what I understand, they're Gavarian, which is curious. Why would Gavarians set up a guild here, especially black market trading? It doesn't make sense to me. Unfortunately, not with my large web of contacts, I'm not able to pierce that veil. But look into the Iron Ledger. There are some definite leads that you could have there, but Crimson
Are those-
Market may have a part in this.
Of
Were those
course.
pauses intentional, or were they you trying to think the words?
What was that again?
Sorry, were your pauses there intentional, or was that you trying to figure out what to say?
A mixture of both.
That does not help me at all.
So
Goddamn.
it's me both trying to figure out the words, and there were definitely some pauses there that were intentional on his part, because
Okay.
it's almost like we're both trying to find the words, kind of thing.
Okay, I just was my autistic butt wasn't sure what I
No,
was
you're fine.
picking up, so
You're fine.
We're all
No, yeah,
tiny
it
bit
was
autistic if you really think about it.
Yeah.
just a little.
Like if you can consider me a conduit for Cyrus for a second, we were both trying to find the correct words for it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is Rhett's demeanor during all this? Especially mentioning the Crimson
He
Guild.
is kind of unwavering. I would assume that you've been around enough people who know some form of martial arts or people
Yeah.
who hold themselves well. You can tell he's a barbarian. A very
Well,
powerful
actually,
one
the
at that.
Goliaths. That's
Yeah.
like cousins of the giants, which I know to a degree.
He is that kind of like unwavering, like I'm gonna call it innate rage,
Okay.
because someone's fucking with his town, basically.
No, that's
He,
valid.
like
That's valid.
he's made an oath to himself and his ancestors, to protect this place. Because if I don't know if any of you guys looked at the pre-made character sheets, but Rhett is one of the pre-made characters.
Oh.
He is the Path of the Ancestral Guardian barbarian that I made.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the guild that we're going to investigate, I need to actually.
The Iron
Right.
Ledger or the Crimson Market?
Well, actually, I should probably write down both.
Mhm.
Let me do that. Okay.
Yeah, we should have to.
Originally, I was just gonna ask them what the Iron Ledger, what all about them they could tell me, but now I want to know about both.
He's already told you as much as he knows about the Crimson Market. They are, from what he understands, this isn't like 100% verifiable information, because not even his contacts can like pierce the veil into them and know anything more than what he's already told you, which is they're Gavarian, which is really weird because for reference, and Cam, you would know this as a lore bard. It was a few decades ago, probably around like the 80-90 years ago range. One of the high jarls of Ruvel was almost killed by a assassin's guard, or a scholar's guard assassin from Gavaria, because Gavaria didn't want to see that guy come to power, because they knew that, you know, it would be bad for business for them. And that's just kind of what Gavaria does every now and then. If they believe that something is going to get in their way of progress for them, they're going to send their private militias, the Scholar Guard, to deal with the problem. By
Interesting.
killing them.
Hmm.
So, whenever that guy became High Jarl, he basically Donald Trumped, Gavaria, in that like, you're not trading with them, we're not doing anything, we're fuck you basically. Like you tried killing me, we're not gonna do anything here. Like we're gonna put tariffs on you, we're gonna restrict movement through our country for your citizens and things like that.
I see.
It was a really bad time for both of them.
If that's all they can tell me about the Crimson Market, would I perhaps, with my mom being the way she is, would I happen to know a way to, like, I don't know, at least get their attention so maybe I could, like, set up a meeting?
I'm sorry, you said with your mom being the way that she is?
As mentioned in backstory, she's an ex-assassin/smuggler.
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
And
I
is
forgot
still
about that.
kind of, she's not like active, but she's like known.
She had some game.
With dad not home and me away having a job, I'm sure she's committing plenty of crime.
Would I know their mom?
I don't think that she wouldn't have any sway over them. They're Scholar's Guard. From what he gathers.
Well, so she wouldn't have told me anything that could be useful for talking to, because she probably wouldn't have. Okay.
Yeah, so
well,
like
then
Scholar's Guard
know...
and like Gavarians are notoriously like hard to do anything with.
Versus Khan over here is like MILF.
Oh my god.
Would I just...
My question still stands. Do I know their mom?
Oh no.
Roll me history.
Oh,
to see if you know of them.
Okay.
Watch it be
Roll me history
with
disadvantage. With disadvantage.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh.
No.
I almost wanted you to succeed. I'm not gonna.
That would have been the funniest shit
I don't
ever.
think Chammomile has told you their full first last name.
That is also true.
But it's MILF.
Okay, to be fair, the family name isn't the same as mom's name.
To be fair, yeah.
Yep.
They wouldn't necessarily know just by me mentioning my name.
Now that was like a DC 20 kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping you'd succeed though.
But yeah, he's giving you basically all of the information that he can at the moment. As far as the Iron Ledger goes, the Iron Ledger, they're like the Golden Claw. So Golden Claw, they trade in very high value items. It's why Lyric was trying to bargain with Percival, because Percival has a very high value item. He wasn't trying to buy the book, just to throw that out there. He's trying to buy something else off of Percival. But now, the Iron Ledger, they've been also trying to put their foot in there. They mainly right now just trade in like bulk raw resources. So like huge amounts of timber, huge amounts of like ore, or like processed ingots, things like that. That's what they deal in like massive quantities, and they've been trying to dip their toes into that market that the Golden Claw has, and neither of them have liked it. The Golden Claw, they don't like that they're trying to basically step on their turf. That the Iron Ledger is trying to step on their turf. And this is all what Cyrus is explaining to you. Excuse me. But so the Iron Ledger doesn't like that they're kind of stepping on their toes here. That the Iron Ledger doesn't like that the Golden Claw is stepping on their toes.
And there's the Iron Ledger. They're not. Do they trade specifically with any nearby countries or anything? If they are a guild like the Iron Crest Empire or anything?
Yeah. Iron Crest is a good ways away. Iron Crest is like the middle of Elden Reach. They would have to go through Verdanthara just to do that.
I figured, but I didn't know. I wasn't 100% sure, so I thought it would be worth asking. I'm just, investigating for other things also while I'm here. Anyways.
This is at a game, tactics talk. Are we gonna have to dig up a dead body to perhaps examine it? Because I
already planned on doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm delaying that
Cause
If we can.
here's me. Here's what I think. That they could have covered up the body with illusionary magic upon first investigation before said burial, but I don't know if that magic could have lasted that long.
Mhm.
And such.
So I will say this right now: grave robbing or like grave digging won't be necessary, because basically what Rhett and the guards told you was absolute.
Okay.
There was no magic going on there, so grave robbing won't be necessary.
Okay. I was gonna say, are we gonna have to dig up a dead body?
Nah.
Very much
Now we get to
appreciated.
bat around the body.
Yeah,
I
we're
do
not,
also
we're not
play
playing
the
pinata for evidence over here, you know.
Yeah, forever. Here, guys, I can fly up and hold the body. You guys hit it with sticks.
Yeah. Not doing that.
Anyways,
Okay.
But yeah, so there's a couple of things that he tells you. You can really actually quickly get to the guild hall for the Iron Ledger by just going south. Literally like back on the first floor. I don't know if you guys can even see where I'm pinging. No, you cannot. But basically, like if you go to the market square and then keep on going south, there's a teleporter that leads you to the to that area.
earlier.
And then additionally, with the consent of one of the guards, and he hands you another note for this specifically, with the consent of the guards, you can go to the prison and you can talk to Percival.
There we
Else, what he from what he understands is Crimson Market can be found by Westgate.
Okay.
That's where a lot of sightings happen.
Okay, so since there is a total of 5 of us, who's going to the Crimson and who's going to?
I would not advise splitting the party.
Yeah, don't split the party. That's
But-
kind of adventuring 101.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
I asked this of like who's gonna lead the conversation in terms of what approach that we need to have. Like
good idea.
Cause okay, if Percival is gonna say something, like what kind of questions are we gonna need to ask that would probably intrigue, give us information of like why would he be targeted specifically, if it's for his items or if it's because of his like title or something like that as an individual. And then when we go to the Crimson, it's like, okay, we need to know what questions that we need to ask. That
I'm
doesn't
assuming you guys are
exactly.
talking about this as like you're on your way out of the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So I also think I
Metagaming.
yes.
The biggest fan of that, you know.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Well, in character, I was
Yeah.
going to suggest Chammomile lead the interrogation of Percival, and I was going to suggest when we deal with the Crimson people that Brook maybe take point. You're much more eloquent than I am.
I don't have my camera on, but if I did, you would see my like eyebrow raise at that.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know.
It's a good suggestion.
I
We'll
was
leave it
trying
at
to
that.
say this in character.
I
but yeah,
succeeded my
I know
wisdom
what you
save.
did.
Okay.
You succeeded your wisdom save.
I approach Cameron.
on the one hand,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and on the other hand,
No.
I don't know about the interrogation part. I mean, I do have some ideas on how to do that. I don't want to reveal those yet. I want to keep those tricks in the bag for later.
Fine, then let me do
However, I did have if you want to take the interrogation and I can have the other one, I will also accept that.
I mean, okay. I
Crazy.
have a suggestion.
Mhm.
When we're going to talk to Percival, I want Brook and Allomere to sit in the back, but listen in, and
Yep.
and kind of give us sort of hints of like, this is probably something that maybe I would be going after if I was under the thief approach, you know?
Kind of just a little subtle, like, probably pursue that cough. Click, click.
Yeah,
No, I think it'd be more
You
like
know
I
that-
make the X, he makes the O.
The guards are holding his stuff too in the same prison as him.
Would the note give us
Ooh.
permission for that?
No, it only
It
specifically
wouldn't.
gives you. It only gives you permission to go to speak to him. That's the most that he has influence to do. He cannot let you. If he tried to get into evidence, now the guards will be raising their eyebrows at him at Cyrus. Because even
Tampering
though
with
he's
evidence.
one of the most
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
exactly no tampering with evidence. Even though he's like a really well seasoned adventurer, that's all that he is. He's no government official or anything.
No,
Is there any authority? Hold up, I gotta look at things. Talk amongst yourselves, students.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask, how small can Sister be?
Basically like a small creature, like 3 feet tall.
What if we send the small ones into there just to peek at the evidence?
Wait, calling small.
I might have
I was
other
honestly thinking
options
similar
for
lines.
agents. One that wouldn't necessarily put any of our lives in any risk should we be found out for any reason.
I mean,
Not
go
that I
right
think
ahead.
they'll
Found out.
instantly. And I will reach into my bag ominously, like really tensely, and I'll pull out my familiar, who's all cute and adorable.
Oh my god.
All right, that's an option.
Yeah, it's certainly an option.
Yeah.
And since, so like, DM would. How far is the jail where we would be
Like the
interrogating
cell
from, per
versus
se, the evidence
It's-
locker?
They're all about equidistant.
So, like, per se, would it be in range of? Hold up, where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Where's the find familiar?
Find familiar.
Yeah, I gotta find it. What's that? Oh, spells. Okay, find familiar. I think because I do think it has a range. Would it be within 100 feet?
100 feet. No. No.
Okay, I'm going to
Like,
have to find a reason.
So wait,
to
like
sit within
100 feet of the evidence, or like within 100 feet of where you are now?
the evidence locker. Would it be per se around 100
I don't know.
feet
But
away?
if you
from-
wanna see, we
That's
can go
fair.
there.
Yeah,
I
let's
would
go.
absolutely-
Let's go see it.
I really want to go talk to crime and talk to the guild, but this is you're putting too many good options. I hate it here. To the jail.
What they're talking is, can I look at that scroll I took from the old man earlier? I mean,
Ooh.
Yeah.
received from the old man earlier.
It was, if memory serves, it's a cantrip scroll, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you're looking at it, you kind of get the feeling that old man was asking for a little bit more than just help with gardening. Because like I said, he's an old man. He's a lonely old man. Scroll of Mage Hand.
No.
Yes.
Squint.
Oh
One
my
has
god.
oh,
That is so
no.
horrible. Oh my
He
god.
can't learn that. No, but like he can't learn that though, right?
No, it's a scroll. It's a spell scroll. It works the exact same way as like all other scrolls.
The
So it
mage hand only
works
comes in
once.
one shape.
This old man know what he was doing.
Oh,
Respect.
Oh my god.
oh, that's what. Oh.
I want you to know that's something that came up completely on the fly.
No, I think you had that planned.
Nope.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I've never taken an improv class in my life, but I am so good at pulling things out of my ass. It's not even funny.
Oh, dude, that's like the
Well,
core-
you don't
that's
need
the
to be
core of
That-
the
improv
improv.
for that. That's just. Never mind.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's
Kai,
crazy.
that's not the only thing pulling out of your ass.
Oh yeah. Mhm. What do you mean by that?
I'm gonna just like roll
I'm gonna
this out
roll
and just
insight.
pocket
Can
it.
I roll in? I'm gonna roll insight to see if I know what that means. 17. What does that mean? You didn't even know that?
I think I mean that we're walking to the precinct right now. That we're there. That we're going to move on.
I love how May and I just shared.
Yeah,
a
the game's on pause. Y'all can like go
cats
downstairs and do your thing. Yeah.
All right. So
Wait,
to the
where
jail?
actually is the jail?
We're gonna
So
have to
if you
get out
go-
of the guild.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you first have to get out of the Adventurers Guild. I know Riana can just kind of click level 1 and just go down there. So let me look at my regions again.
Let
This
me
is
out, game.
So all the way. So this
Keep
right here.
wall.
This up here is where you have to go to the prison. The teleporter's right here.
Upwards, you said?
Yep,
Over
right here.
Over here.
Okay, cool.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to swap browsers next session.
Yep.
I got
I really should have put a thing in there to pause the game once someone got over there, or like once you guys all got over there. But let me. We're going to configure. We're going to we're gonna go all players.
So it's north.
Yep, all the way north. So once you guys
Right.
get there, just stay.
Why do I have to collide with walls? I should be able to fly over them.
Just
I have
stay.
to go around.
So as you guys approach, I'm gonna pause the game, and move you guys back over here for a very good reason.
Okay.
Because there's a little thing that's happening. Let me go ahead and were you able to get through?
No, I didn't get to the teleporter in time. Let me see if I can drag it real quick.
I can drag your token, and I
We're good.
can.
The Birdman cannot.
Oh wait, were you
fly.
able to like put down a token?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I will delete you over here then. Blink.
Oh,
Awesome.
my bad.
No, you're good. So as you guys approach the prison, it's very obvious that this is where the prison is. So the I think I mentioned the stone walls of Ragnar's Gate to everyone, right?
Yes.
They are
Yes.
these like massive like fortified walls that Bjorn Stonewall made to fortify Ragnar's Gate right after it was founded. Basically, he was the second High Earl of Ruvel, even though the title wasn't very well respected at the time. But he made sure that the city would be safe no matter what. That includes making these prisons as part of the wall, because this wall is fucking thick at some points. And this entire prison is entirely contained within the wall. Making it extremely well fortified. If you get out of here, it is a fucking miracle, because Bjorn Stonewall was a dwarf. He knew what he was doing with stone. Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't busting out anyone. If
You ain't busting out. But anyways, as you guys approach, you kind of have that same deal that you did with the other guards, where they ask you what like your business is. You hand them the note. They give it like the Ratatouille read down, and then they hand it back to you, and they allow you entry. It is a fairly normal like wooden kind of like draw door to get open, but it's over like a few different like iron gates to like actually get into here. Or it's in front of a bunch of like different iron gates to actually get in here. Like have you guys watched The Promised Neverland?
Yes.
Yes. Similar.
You know that
No.
one scene where like they figure out, oh hey, there are aliens or whatever that are like that, like whenever they go up to the gate, it's like that. How, like, there's like the several different
Yeah.
gates.
Yeah.
It's that.
Don't watch season 2.
Yeah, don't watch season 2. Read
Read.
everything past that.
Read
Yes,
season
read it.
2. Do not
Read
watch
it.
it, please.
Exactly,
Anyone
yeah.
listening. Save your phone.
as we go in, can
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
hold up one second. Can I just have detect magic up? Like, can I have that up before we enter?
Let's see how
Okay,
good this
cool.
post is.
Because that will detect anything in a 30-foot that has magic. So I would like to do
30
that.
feet is pretty big, yeah.
Yeah,
so
and I
30
just
feet
kind
is
of
a good ways out.
I'll find a way to wander. I did have a question though
Mhm.
for you. So It says self. Could I? My familiar is able to cast spells themselves. Could I have had my familiar cast that on
Let me
themselves?
look at that real quick.
I
I don't-
believe that familiars casting spells
They
is
can
cast
range of
spells.
touch.
Yeah, so finally when you cast a spell with a range of touch, your familiar can deliver the
Dang.
touch. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's only touch.
I wasn't sure. That is unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
so
I
as
can
you guys
still-
enter, y'all are in the prison. There are some more guards up ahead that you might have to lead you to where Percival is, because they're very clearly guarding this entrance. And the game is on pause. I'm gonna let you all loose.
So before we approach the guards, I stop Owllmere and Brook is just look at them. It's like, okay, if you guys while we're talking to him feel he brings up something for us to ask more about and everything, just kind of like what signal do you guys want to do?
I mean, I could click my beak. That's pretty subtle, but loud enough to if you're listening for it.
And such. Brooke, do you wanna also have a tell just in case? Because both of you might have a different set of interests and such. It's just to double check.
I don't pay attention because I'm like silently just scanning the place to see if there's any easy way outs, just in case.
Brooke.
The moment that you entered, it's a very resounding and clear no.
What?
Okay, so when we're
Big no.
interrogating him, is there gonna be what signal are you gonna give me to kind of press him for when we're going over his things of like what what you would steal in a sense, so I can ask more. What's it tell us so that I could keep an eye out for it?
That would be tail up.
Okay. All right.
Tail.
Chamomile.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not mean to actually hit that button. Oh, whoops.
What did you hit?
I'm not drawing my
What did you do?
rapier. No, I'm not accidentally rolling it. I hit 1 to mute because I was coughing
fine.
and I forgot that was my hot bar.
Gotcha.
All right. So, so you ready to try to do some questioning?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Could I have you do the questioning? And I'll kind of like in close. Think I'm going to find the evidence, and I'm gonna like stumble and like drop a bunch of things in one of them, being my changed form familiar, who coincidentally does look like a rock on this rock floor.
But yeah, so you would assume that you have to speak to the guards to kind of do the. Oh, I didn't see your thing. Give me 1 second.
You're just double checking.
Gotcha. Heard.
But yeah, and I will have our secret agent follow to be within range, but basically just stay out of sight and follow and kind of investigate an area within 100 feet of me.
Okay.
And then like obviously if they find anything, like
yeah.
sneak back or something.
So let me just do this. Get like a general. What is 100 feet? Oh, that's across the entire freaking map. Gotcha. Because this entire this entire place is literally 20 by 20.
Sister.
Oh, so he can investigate the whole place while we're here.
Pretty much. So yeah, like about to like right here is where you can go, which is
if we're standing on this right spot.
Yeah.
So like if we go deeper, I can just investigate.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So-
I look over to Sister and it's like, and you.
Me.
I honestly don't
Yes.
know. I honestly don't know what to have you do.
I don't think that like anybody's explored like I don't think that anybody has explored like your skill set or knows what you do, other than the fact that you're like a warforged.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
just
I'll
look at
try to
sister
get
and I'm just
sister's
like,
attention.
I don't know.
Yes.
You know that thing you do where you stand behind me and look really menacing?
I look
on accident.
menacing.
No, no, not like that. You. There are times where your figure, being so large, not in a bad way, is imposing, and could in fact intimidate most humanoids. Yes.
You did this.
I just look over at Chammomile like judgmentally.
It.
Okay, Jensen.
To be fair, the
I
choice to be
kinda-
in a Colossus frame would have been your choice, Riana.
Well, canonically, I put her back together.
Yeah.
I
I'm
could
just
have
playing
made
it
her
straight.
smaller.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, you said when the smaller frame comes out from that big frame, there's
Mhm.
3 feet.
Mhm.
I'm 3 feet as well. Would I be able to fit in there?
Hold up.
Yes.
Mechanized mouse, let's go.
If
Chat.
you want to get turned into
Chat.
William Afton, go ahead.
I was like, is
So,
someone gonna make the
to kind of
Fred
describe
Fazbear
it,
joke?
If he got in there correctly, yes, he would have full cover. And as long as you don't go into water, he can continue breathing.
Luckily, I'm flexible.
Yeah, because like the wire frame can kind of like move out of the way.
Glamrock Freddy. Gregory. Anyways,
So,
Don't
anyways,
shoot
but yes, there
guards.
are guards right ahead of you that you can ask for directions and kind of go to where you go.
Gregory, how did you get up
The-
there?
The game is on pause and you guys can move.
God.
okay.
Anyway.
Anyways, I will approach.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna
Oh.
do all the talking.
I will help with some parts if
Where's the prisoner? This way?
I'm
believe we
gonna
should
go
ask
up to
the
the
guards
guard
first.
and
Well,
just.
as you guys like all approach, and especially Owllmere, as you kind of like meander around, like looking. Who let you in? State your business.
So we're here to see the prisoner as requested about the murder.
Be more specific.
Are there that many murders that happen?
You'd be surprised.
Hold up,
Okay.
I'm pulling up my notes so I can
Okay,
say his name.
we're here to see
Cyrus.
uh,
Oh wait, not Cyrus.
we're here to see
Percival.
Percival as requested from Cyrus.
You got a letter from him.
I will present the letter with like a little flourish, and it just
Fancy pants over here. He takes it. He looks at it. Nope. I don't know why he wants to do this, but then he kind of popped it back into your hand, like someone kind of popping something onto like a table. That's what he does. And follow me, and he kind of points with his spear.
Which one are we following? That one.
Yeah, this one.
That one. Okay.
Yep.
But I try to mimic
the
his
swarm of
walk.
adventurers behind him.
I mimic the guard's walk and use my tails like the spear that he's carrying.
Yeah, that's really funny, actually.
He kind of makes a pit stop over here. Make sure these lot don't come over here. And the other guard kind of like gives him a knowing nod. He's confused, but
I will psychically, kind of with Plink, like give a notion to that area specifically,
gotcha.
since they said we're not allowed over there.
As he passes by over here, this elf lady in here kind of makes a snide remark at the guard and spits. He kind of rolls his eyes and don't pay her no mind.
I would like to get her vibe as I pass, if I may.
I feel like Sister is just big enough for these hallways.
Yeah, just big enough. Oi! He ding ding on the bars with a spear. You have visitors. Percival, you can see he's this little halfling guy. He like, granted his token has him smiling, but like he is like down to the dumps kind of thing. He does not look good. He's been here for a couple of days. He looks tired, like just absolutely worn out. Like he's been stuck in this cell the last 2 days, and it's not fun. It smells bad. It looks bad. It's just not great here. And he kind of gets up and he dusts himself off very kind of slowly and almost lethargically. Hello, yes?
I will look to the guard real quick and be like, may we have a moment? Obviously, you're gonna watch, but and I'll kind of like lean in, because the guard, everyone thinks it's him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll lean in and be like, suspects are more likely to confess when the guards are directly here. I don't know if that actually picked me up. I think I whispered too quietly for once.
I
heard it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, did it? Okay, perfect.
Roll me persuasion. I'm gonna call it DC 13. It's a really easy DC.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I think.
I'll stay right here.
Hold on, just a second.
Would I be able to help with that? Just tell them, look.
You know, wait.
If you use the right words, can persuade me.
Look, we're trying to do our job. If we need to do it right, we need you to have some cooperation with us.
Look, Mouse. No, this is my job. I'm gonna stay right here.
Right, okay. Are all humans like this?
Most of them.
Oh, also, I had a question. This is a random one for the DM, but I've been thinking about it the whole time we've been in here. So this place is really old, right?
Like, at least, like, 1,500 years.
And it's kind of like maze-like on the inside in some places, and it's made. Does Dungeon Delver work here? Like, do I have alert to any traps and such that might be?
I
don't think there would be any, but it also gives me advantage on like investigation and perception checks made for like secret doors in case they're hiding shit and such.
A valid question.
Dungeon Delver would not have any effects here.
Okay.
It is, I would say, like, its effects are active, but it wouldn't have any use here.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I look over to the guard and kind of try to sympathize with him, and it's like, the man's already kind of on his last leg and such like that. Just give him a little bit of privacy.
Unless you want to be in one of those as well, I'm staying here.
Alright, just go sit in the corner over there, please. And be a good guard dog. I had to do my thing.
Look, you keep on pressing me, you're going in a cell.
Okay.
Mm.
Mr. Percival.
He kind of inches closer a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
Who sent you? How?
Yes. Let me.
What are you doing here?
So my name's Neo, and I was sent here by your friend Cyrus. We're actually here to ask you a few questions.
Cyrus Blackthorn?
Yes, the guild leader.
God, what is he doing getting himself involved with this? What does he want?
Well, we we were hired to investigate the murder. Just tie up any, like strain everything out, make sure there wasn't any loose ends that needed to be done. Kind of like out of the guard's eye, just like kind of suggesting to Percival is like the guard to be careful what he says.
Yeah, he gets the notion.
And so we wanted just to clear everything up, get everyone's statements down, and such. So, let's start with the night that had happened. What were you doing right before the murder had occurred?
I don't even know when the murder occurred throughout the night. I had already packed up my bags and left.
Okay. And when did you leave, if you could give me a time?
Just before sundown. A friend of mine, Fizzle, was still performing. Just across the way. I stopped to watch for just a brief moment.
Can you name this individual, if you don't mind me asking?
Fizzle Springfoot, yes.
Do you notice anyone else there? Maybe in association with the Iron Ledger or other associations?
The Iron Ledger, I mean, I see their members now and then, but not that I recall, no.
Do you notice anyone out of place?
He takes a minute, he kind of sighs, and he's very clearly thinking, no.
I want to be keeping like a close eye.
It seemed like a normal night. It was relatively run-of-the-mill. I closed up shop, watched Fizzle for a moment, went to my inn, paid my fees for the night, and went into my room. Next morning, I was being arrested.
Okay, and Percival, you're a merchant of many generous different items. And you said
Yes.
you were taking inventory of what items did you have in your inventory before you were arrested?
Most I cannot say anything about. I'm sworn to secrecy. I had, normal things, a brooch here and there, a magic item or two, a handful of scrolls, a grimoire or two. Nothing out of the ordinary. I was coming from Verdanthara, and I'm headed for Gavaria.
Can I roll for
You said that you packed your bags, and then now you say you were paying tavern keeper.
Yes. I packed my things from my shop, and I went to the inn.
Thank you.
About the grimoires, and I will look at him like more serious than anyone has ever seen me in this group.
As you look at him, as he looks back at you, he kind of clocks, oh yeah, you're Verdanthar, and he can clearly tell.
Is it here?
Oh. You must be.
Oh.
Silver Spring, no?
Indeed. Is it here?
He like kind of glances around. Are they authorized?
They have no idea of what we speak. They just need to know. You don't have to be any more specific.
He casts a spell. It is everyone else except for Chammomile. You see him mouth some words. You can't quite tell what they are because it's like a whisper. But Chammomile, only you can hear this.
Aggressive typing.
Yeah.
That's like the actual sounds coming out. It's just like aggressive typing noises.
It is the
No.
message cantrip.
Cam will nod, looking like they're acknowledging.
You
know,
can
whatever
reply
it
in a
was.
silent whisper. It's like sending, but way more like close range.
All right. I'm going to quickly assess things. How closely is the guard watching us?
He's more like watching Brook at this point. He kind of like glances at y'all as y'all speak.
I glance back to the guard and just wink at him.
He rolls his eyes and he looks away for a second. He looks like towards Allomere, but like at that portion of the wall.
As he looks towards me, I just ruffle my feathers. Just.
I'm going to quickly take out something, scribble it on a note, and hand it to the rat. But I'd like to do so without arousing any suspicion.
Roll me sleight of hand with advantage. The wink and the feather ruffling helped.
No.
It's like
Meanwhile, sisters in the back of the hallway just standing there,
just like kind of
hugging the
crouched.
entire thing.
Okay, sleight of hand. What is this? With advantage. Do I have any other bonuses I could put on that? Oh no.
Does our druid have guidance? Question mark.
What's a spell? You
That's
said a druid? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Would I just be able
what
to
do
take
you
it
do?
from them?
Or actually, could I? Actually, that's a good point. Could I be like more? Just make the note look like intriguing, like it's important.
So
So he might
if-
try to steal it
so-
from me.
I will give you a DC 14. If you fail it, Brook can, with a regular sleight of hand check, pass it.
Okay, cool.
So
Then,
you
yeah.
have advantage, but Brook won't. Okay, Brook, you have to try without advantage.
The dice hate me.
There
Yeah.
you go.
The dice don't
you see-
hate them.
You
though.
see Cameo kind of like waving something at you, very obviously. You snatch it like faster than the speed of light. Just.
What did you do? You're gonna get
He's
caught.
just like he's just like high five.
High
The
five.
note says, when I say, pick the lock, but make the door look closed.
I look over to Percival
Is this a fucking jailbreak?
because I'm clearly not aware of what's going on. In
And
such ways.
This is a
I'm going
jailbreak. That's
to-
gonna fuck Cyrus's reputation. Holy shit.
I have more important things.
Okay.
I look
And
at,
I'm going to try and subtle spell major image. And I just want to keep it long enough and looking like all of us are still here to the guard.
Oh boy.
Long enough for him to pick the door.
Major image. Let me reread this. I have to reread this. Okay.
Hmm.
Human
Well,
image of
my
a creature,
thought
some other
is
visible
he's-
form of this, no longer larger than a 20-foot cube. The image appears on at a spot that you can see within range and lasts for the duration. It seems real, including sound, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted, but it can't tell the damage or concentrations. Within range of the illusion, you can make pictures.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm ready to take on the entire city guard. I can protect you guys a decent bit, but I can't.
we're not. The goal is
So-
not to fight. The goal is to leave this unlocked for whatever happens later. If he wants to leave,
So I will say you can conjure the image of you four, but not sister.
that's fine.
that's
I-
fine. I just need it to look like we're all just sitting here normally, talking to Percival, while our little guy.
My
does-
question is that like with this illusionary spell, will Percival be able to like talk as normally?
So Percival
Um,
is just as skilled at seeing magic as I am in theory, like knowing what magic
So
is
he
happening.
knows that you're
right?
Verdant Tharin, but he knows a couple of spells. That's about it.
All right,
message
then I
and,
will
like,
also.
something else. You'll be able to
I
tell
will
like
al-
you're using an illusion. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm also gonna like write on a piece of paper in a way that he can like. Maybe I wrote on the back of the note, like just barely enough so he could see it, and it's like,
Mhm.
pretend we're still just interrogating you.
As
Don't
you do that,
acknowledge.
the guard looks at you. Look, you lot are taking too long. I'm leaving. I need to go into the restroom. And he fucks right off.
I'll scoot out of the way so we can.
That's why that's what all of those dice were for.
I look over to Percival.
I stop.
I look over to Percival like quickly to ask is like, okay, I understand you're under secrecy, but is there anything that you had that could have possibly want a thief to take? That you could have possibly left at your stall.
You know what? No, better yet, tell it to me. You know, just small buddy to small buddy.
Sister.
Small buddy to small buddy.
Can you make sure they don't see the rat if they turn the corner?
I am big.
I am not opening this door.
If you unlock it, I will reward you.
I am going to unlock this door.
The elf is nearby too.
Yeah, the
A
elf's
tiny gnome
attention
would
has
have
definitely
stayed
been
long.
has been peeved.
And I'm also going to look at the elf. And then look back to the rat. Would you like to double your reward?
Hey, the rat's not the only person here that can do things.
I will pay both of you for your efforts. Just don't get us caught.
Good thing I expertise my slide.
What are we freaking doing? Why am I listening to a freaking cat?
I turn my head around. We're earning coin. That's what we're doing. We haven't gotten anything else going on, and this
40
is quick...
each.
What do you want me to roll for picking this lock here, Mr. DM? Sleight of hand?
Isn't it usually your slide to roll like pick?
Oh my bad!
lock?
I didn't even
Isn't it-
realize that was muted. That's so my bad. So wait, are we picking Percival's or this elf?
I'm
they're
doing
both picking a lock.
Percival's, and he's doing the elf.
I'm doing the elf.
Remind me again. For why?
I'm just listening because I want the coin.
We got offered
You said the
coin.
elf was listening to us, and
Yes.
I didn't realize you were muted, so I thought you heard. I was going to look at the elf, and I would kind of look at her and it's like, do you like it here? Like, kind of like looking around in disdain as if this place disgusts me.
She kind of is like taken aback. She is enticed by the offer. We can also kind of see like a hint of fear of like, it's
You
not like
don't
the
have
like
to do
fear.
anything with it, but if you keep quiet and don't say anything, if you find me on the outside, I can give you compensation. If you do just want to stay in here, go ahead. I'm going to have my friends unlock my friend's door over there. We're doing something that's vitally important. If you also would like your door unlocked and you promise to be quiet, I can get it open.
What do you want from me?
Just don't rat us out instantly.
Unlock it.
And I'll motion for them to unlock.
It is gonna, I believe you can just straight up like make an ability check with your thieves tools. So
Yeah,
you click
I'm
them.
thinking
Yeah.
I'm a little
Yeah.
less antsy about my. Okay. Well,
I would also like to give them both bardic inspiration.
So yeah,
in case
so
they
yeah,
need
you
it.
get your sleight of hand, and then plus whatever you get from your thieves tools.
Also,
it's-
but I'm
Right.
giving them both bardic. So add an extra d6 to your rolls.
okay. So what do I add to this then?
So, I want to say if you just click thieves tools, it should do the thing. No, it's not. So it'll be sleight of hand plus 3, plus 1
and
d6.
then plus a d6.
Okay.
Yep.
How do I get to do sleight of hand plus?
So if you just
You just do the sleight of
uh,
hand. Click that.
Yep.
And then separately you roll a d6, and then we'll just
so yeah,
do the math.
so in the configure roll, once you click sleight of hand, And
And-
you can. So there's a situational bonus in there. We'll keep that 19 because that 19 is good. But so like whenever
Okay.
you do that, a situational bonus, so you do like 3 plus 1d6, and then you hit normal, and it rolls it.
Ah. I
Mhm.
mean, that 27 is also really good.
Yeah, they're both about the same.
I
So
rolled it.
I'll take the 27.
Oh.
So.
All right, so a situational bonus. What do we put in?
So are you
Plus
proficient in
3?
pistols? You are. So you're gonna do. So you're actually your proficiency bonus is 4. I don't know why. Let me see.
And then a d6.
Oh, no, yeah, plus 3. Never mind. Oh, it's because I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, so
He's
you're
a
gonna
better
do
thief. Just say it. He's just a better thief.
sleight of hand, and then your situational bonus is gonna be plus 4. And
And
then
a D6.
and then plus 1d6 from Bardic Inspiration.
Yay, I get to roll
Alright.
some dice. Yeah, let's go.
They're about the same.
The DC was 25. I'm gonna be
Wow.
Wow.
real. So both
Yeah.
of the locks.
Sounds about right.
But like
Shit.
it
And I
stays
will-
closed. Okay. So I look at Percival and it's just like, please, you got to tell us what is a possible thing that could have gotten you deframed, because for all we know, someone's trying to get in here and take that item from your items.
Don't know. Oh, look, I had normal run-of-the-mill things. There's just the one thing that I'm sworn absolutely to secrecy to. I cannot tell you. It is of utmost global importance.
Okay. Anything?
I will look into
That-
that.
Anything possible that would, or do you know anyone that would want Lyriwick to be dead? Like anyone that possibly
I
could have
have
paid both
no
of you.
idea. I mean, the only thing that I know is that he's been stepping on the Iron Ledger's toes. I mean, he's a vicious. He's absolutely vicious when it comes down to business. But past that, no.
Okay. Just stay put for now. Hopefully we don't have to resort to anything and such, but we're gonna do our best to clear your name.
Thank you.
Stay just sit tight, and if anything has to lead to something, we'll let you know.
Oh, and if anything ever happens, is there like a next in kin that we had to alert?
I don't like to think about that.
I
I
pick
do.
up I pick up Brooke, just like kind of face him the other direction and just be like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, so as we start to head out, how is my little secret agent doing on his little investigation?
So,
Okay.
if memory serves, let me look at my walls again. So, you are able to kind of glean that right over here is where
Mhm.
they hold the evidence.
While he's in there, can I have him look for it since I can see through his eyes?
Yeah. Are you able to like see the whole map, or I don't know what you're. able to
I
see
can't
on.
see in that room currently.
But you're able to like see where like your fog of war was cleared, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you're able to see like, oh hey, this room, this is like a hallway that exists with 2 doors in it,
Yeah.
correct? Okay, lovely. So both of these doors are like solid wood.
So no like cracks underneath or anything.
If there
Because
are, they're
he's a
too
tiny
small
creature.
for him. How large is a tiny creature? Like, what's the size on that?
I think it's
Insect
within a.
size is
No, I think that's
What I know.
diminutive.
Oh,
Tiny.
is
Because
that
tiny
diminutive?
creatures are half the size of a small creature, so.
Occupied area of 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet.
Anyway, while one last question for Percival before we go, because I was just trying to shove Brook to the side a little bit. What? You knew Lyric, but other than that, he was, you know, the guild master of his respective trade guild. Were you two like close or anything?
No, not at all. We did business now and then, but that was about it. I'm more of a delivery man than a merchant, the truth be told.
They spoke of you like this was out of the question for your character.
That's very kind of them, but I would assume, yes, that they would find that. Look, I get defensive about prices, and that's what he and I were talking about, was the price of a brooch. It's a magical item, you see.
Okay.
It's very finely crafted. It's a magical item that basically allows you to cast the shield spell once per day for free.
He and I.
I'm sorry, what was that one more time?
He and I.
Yeah, they weren't very close. But when they did business, but like when they were talking about the price of that, it's exactly he explains it exactly as Fizzle did.
They got argumentative about the price.
Yeah, they got very argumentative about the price. Percival, admittedly, was the first person to raise his voice, and get defensive and get angry, because Lyric was basically trying to rip him off, like scam him completely. Like the brooch is worth no more than 250 gold, because it's just very ornate and it's like made of like just straight up gold,
as well as magical and all that.
Yeah. And Lyric wanted to buy it for like 50 gold. Which is literally just scamming him. So he got really defensive, and then Lyric got offensive. And he was like, "You're gonna sell it to me for 50 gold, or I'm gonna walk away and you're not gonna sell it." And Percival was like, "Cool, all right, fine. I'm just not gonna sell it to you. Like,
yeah,
you're not gonna get away with this shit with me." And like I said, it almost to the letter how
sorry about that.
Fizzle explained it.
I understand. Okay. Well, thank you again. We'll try our best to do what we can.
Thank you for the inches of freedom.
Well, things might get a little easier as time goes on. But you said the door is closed, right?
Yeah, both of these doors are closed.
Or
yeah, so yeah, both of the doors over here, they're both closed.
Could I have, do they open from the inside or the outside?
They open from the outside in, so like they swing in.
Okay, and there's like a guard posted here that's supposed to not to keep us from coming in. Is he if I look through Blink's eyes, is he facing like out this way? Assuming...
Yeah, he's facing this way. Yeah, he's standing.
Can I
right
have
here.
An unseen servant? Oh, he's standing right here. Okay, that's more intelligent on his hand. That will require a little more effort. I'll have to do this when I'm closer. But I know what I need to do.
I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Hold up, I gotta look at which one of these would do it better. Yeah.
So while you're figuring that out real quick, that's basically all that you're gonna get out of Percival.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that it's answering the same questions that you already had with the same answers. So
What's the lighting type in here?
a lot of it is just kind of torches.
Oh, interesting.
Some torches. There's like the occasional like continual light spell, but that's about it.
Oh, so I imagine like I'll have to see. No.
Okay, wait. I have a question. I'm gonna ask Percival. Hey, Percy. Question. They treat you well in here, right?
About as well as you're gonna get in a prison.
They don't come in every night and just like rough you up.
No.
No. Okay.
I want to propose to do something, but I'm gonna need cover.
You're gonna propose to him? That was so fast.
No. I want to propose something to possibly try to get a better look at the things in the evidence room, but I'm gonna need cover.
Okay.
Do you need a distraction? Is that what you're asking for?
In a sense. Just, I need no eyes on the evidence room. Hopefully.
While those
I
two are
might
talking,
be able to get something for you.
while those two are talking, I'm gonna go ahead, take the scroll of Mage Hand and just toss it to the elf.
Oh. Okay. So
Con!
Chammomile, as
Mhm.
you walk away, you get another message cantrip from Percival. And I'll say it out loud. Do not let them see it.
And I will respond simply, understood. As we go. So if I had, while Plink was investigating and getting to here, their kitchen, like somewhere they make food in here.
I would probably say not in here. They probably get it like delivered like DoorDash type of thing.
Oh, I hate that. That's really a lot less convenient.
Son,
How am I?
what the
Okay.
hell?
There's hay in here, right? Like, is this
like
hay?
a kind of like a bed thing, yeah.
Interesting.
Bed, yeah.
And there, oof.
Yeah, there's a guard.
How
over
much?
there.
You know.
I
If
know.
it were to, how much smoke do you think it would put off if suddenly it caught fire from a torch, just dropping a
God.
spark?
Oh boy.
Probably like enough for what you're thinking of.
Cool. I'll just,
Because there's not like super good ventilation in here. It's the ventilation is like enough. There's like small pipes every now and then, but that's about it.
But like, oh, wait a minute. So is it small enough to where like if there was an excess of smoke, people that work here might evacuate?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because like the pipes are like
I
big enough for like if it rains, the rain's not gonna come down because it's got little systems in it. Because Stonewall was very smart. Fucking dwarves. But it was where like the rain won't come in, but air can still come in.
Interesting. Yeah, so one of the torches that is non-magical is gonna subtle spell snuff out as I
don't
use a
believe
level 2.
prestidigitation needs.
Nope, I'm
verbal
using
component.
a second level spell slot because this isn't prestidigitation. And as that flame snuffs out,
I see.
it
This
creates
is
a thick smoke as
Pyrotechnics.
I use pyrotechnics.
I see.
And I just start to flood the area with a thick smoke, but I'm going to try and do it back in that hallway a bit. So as it drifts around the corner, it looks like it's coming from deeper in, so people wouldn't go further into
So,
the event.
so are you doing it with this, or which one are you doing it with?
It has to be one of the non-magical torches that are along the
Yeah,
wall. Because you said
yeah.
some of them are magical, but some of them aren't, and it
Yeah, so,
specifies it has
like-
to be non-magical.
By the way, Stun Fox, what the hell with the guard came in at night to battle? Comment.
I think we all know what they're trying to imply.
Con,
with
this is
that.
one of your viewers.
So Cam, high or low?
High or low? Oh god.
So I rolled 40 20s, and
Don't
2 of them were above 10,
act
2 of them were under 10.
Oh.
So yeah, high or low? High? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
15, yes. The torch in there is non-magical.
Yeah, it goes out, and suddenly like this huge flume of smoke starts drifting outwards, and
Okay. Yeah. So there's a plume
And,
of smoke now that's traveling
I'm
into
gonna-
the hallway. It's filling up the roof in there, and then it's gonna start like seeping through the iron bars to kind of make its way into the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna run, quote unquote. Not run from me. I'm much faster than this. I'm gonna be like
Fire!
kind of like yeah, pretty much turn, be like, there's a lot of smoke coming from deeper in. I think we should leave.
Oh, and his first instinct is fuck the prisoners.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So then
So he is going to run. He like glances back every now and then, make sure that like y'all are still behind him. But he comes down and he tells some of the other guards. And Brooke, are you gonna like be following behind him just to kind of make sure that everything's good?
Yep.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
cool.
go into this hallway and look at both
Okay.
doors. See, are they labeled?
They are not, but one of them you can very clearly tell is locked, and the other one is very clearly unlocked.
Which one's
Okay.
the locked one?
And I wonder,
and I'm
I don't know if it
I'm
has
gonna
the
go,
lock symbol for you guys or not.
I'm gonna go back and be like like subtle, but if it'll let me.
Well, that one is
Anyways.
unlocked, I guess.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is like just a bunch of like provisions and things like that in there. It's just like some food, things like that, some like lesser valuable
Okay.
evidence.
All right, so
Like you're not gonna find your
No,
grass,
no,
you're not
no,
gonna find
no,
your
no, no,
your nose candy in there, things like that.
Hmm?
So you're not gonna find any nose candy in there, but
Okay. I stop Owllmere and it's like, okay, this just let me try something.
Okay. Make it quick.
And then I summon my avatar of Ill Omen on the other side of the door. Can I?
yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
for context, Allomere, you've never seen this because we said that session
Yeah.
0 like wasn't
Yeah,
anything that
session
actually
zero
happened.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's like you go to like instinctively start picking the lock, and she was like, no, and she kind of channels for a second, and you look down and you see your shadow getting ripped off of your feet. You see her shadow getting ripped, and like the shadows from the wall kind of all form into this black goop centered on where the avatar now stands, and it from it you can see the form of like a humanoid rise up from within the ground, as all of these like this goop around it coalesces into it, and a claymore rises from the ground to meet its hand, and it lifts itself up from its from a knee to stand as this armored figure now with its claymore.
Well, that's a neat party trick.
And the avatar like walks through the door to try to unlock it from the other side.
Let me see.
It can walk
How would
the
I
walls.
roll this? It can, yeah, because it's incorporeal.
Imagine if it locks one side, it could unlock the other side.
Yeah, so it can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. Yeah. Can it unlock the door?
It's a very good question.
Anyways, I am kind of just like waiting here. Not like instantly by the door, but prepared to instantly dart in should the door open.
Chammomile did not see this avatar yet by then.
Nope. That's gonna make for a funny moment. I love it.
Just like as soon as it goes in, it is like it is
Whack.
like.
It's gonna be great.
For those who, while Kai is trying to settle some things and stuff, let me show you the image on my stream. I drew this when we were doing session 0 because I was having fun a little bit. I got a little bit inspired and such like that. This is.
I can actually just do this real quick.
This is Neo and her avatar of Owllmere.
Yeah, I can just do
I
that.
can draw.
Nice.
I'm hoping to make more art featuring them and such. Now the avatar isn't too taller than anyone than her, but I would say like a head taller probably. But that's just because like Neo's like
Short.
me on the short side.
So, the avatar, its claymore kind of disappears back into like shadowy goop and just gets reabsorbed into it, and it uses its hand to basically reach inside of the locking mechanism from the side that it's on, and you hear a nice satisfying click as it opens the door.
Can I push past?
I mean, to be fair,
It's incorporeal. Like you can walk through
Okay,
it.
cool. I'ma just immediately I'm looking
Dash
for
in.
it.
Roll me investigation with advantage.
Alright.
Quick, before they get in there.
Okay. Oh,
I'll give it.
You find it.
I'll give it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say, I'm gonna
immediately
just
stow it
slowly
in my
move.
bag. It's immediately stowed, and I'll just sigh.
Oh, I'm
Of
stuck.
course, it's not.
Oh yeah, no, my thing. Sorry.
You're good.
Roll me deception. Roll me deception. Owllmere, roll me insight.
Ooh, insight.
Okay.
Don't
Please
worry.
don't succeed.
Deception.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop hovering. No, let me click it. Oh, okay, that'll work. Do I have advantage on the? No, I don't have
Nope.
advantage on this.
Oh my gosh.
You can tell that was a fake sigh of relief, Owllmere. Owllmere.
You
As
kinda
they
cut off
walked
for
by
me.
you and said it's not here, you could tell that was so fake.
I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna press on it.
It was a
I'm
natural
just-
one.
That was a
Cam's
natural
side.
one.
Everyone knows. They just know better than to say anything.
Mhm.
No, I'm more like you came in for your thing. That's your prerogative. I want to see what else is in here. Like maybe a murder weapon.
Valid. I completely forgot that's what we're doing. I saw more important things.
I will also
I'll
look
st-
for a possible murder weapon for investigative reasons.
That would be helpful because my investigative skills are not the greatest.
So
Nope,
yeah, you both
not the
both
greatest
roll.
at all.
Neither of you can find anything that resembles what would have been used. He's got a couple of like hand axes that he was going to sell, both magical. Like +1 hand axe, +1 hand crossbow. The brooch that he was talking about.
I would
I'm
like
not- I'm
to
not gonna
examine
feel
the brooch in particular.
Okay, yeah, it's exactly what he said. It is a basically like a 24 karat gold brooch with a topaz in the middle of it, and you can tell it's magical, and even without an identify spell, it's meant to shield someone. It casts the shield spell once per day for free.
Okay,
Now
I'm not
I'm
seeing
wondering-
it here.
I'm wondering why this guy wanted this brooch so bad.
It's really fine. That's all
It's
it
a ha-
is.
I mean, if it shields a
it's
really
right
good
up.
thing to have.
It's right up his alley. For like Golden Claw. because that's the stuff that they trade in, and that would be really good for the Golden Claw.
Does the rat seem like they could use a crossbow?
It's a +1 hand crossbow.
You're lucky I'm not there.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I don't think we should take everything. However,
No.
if we are taking something, and I'll look at the shield brooch, it'll already be noticed that something has been here. Now,
I mean, not if we lock the door. If we hurry, I can try to lock the door.
Or as I was
So,
going to suggest,
as y'all are doing that, I apologize, but as y'all are doing that, Brooke, you know that the guards have kind of come over here,
Yeah.
and they are, I would assume that you follow, but they have managed to find a couple of scrolls of Create and Destroy Water.
Time is of the essence.
And they are ready to head back.
Also, did you see my DM, Rikai?
I totally did, yeah. Let me see. You know what? Roll me something with the disguise kit.
Okay, cool. Because if that were, I have it. Why is it? I didn't program it in. I didn't realize it was a tool roll. I thought it would be. Is it not
I think tool
performance?
checks,
Is it actually a tool? Do I need to add it as a tool check?
So that would like be adding like a proficiency. Is it just like in your inventory?
By the way,
it's
so
in your
if
entertainer's
it-
pack.
Is it?
Costume, entertainer's pack, water skin, map, or scroll case.
I had it list. I think
Where
it's
is
in
it?
one of my. I think it's in the entertainers pack that the costumes and such are in.
Bell, costume, tinderbox, bullseye lantern, rations,
I
oil,
thought it.
bedroll,
listed one.
mirror.
I know I have it from somewhere. I just don't know where.
2-person tent, shovel, juicy the slime.
I'm supposed to read that one.
My bad.
Oh right, because I have in the entertainers pack. It has the costumes.
Oh, okay, so
and
it's just a
such.
couple of costumes.
Yeah. Since it's an entertainer's pack, could I use that as the tool to make that the costume? Could I use that as a roll?
Roll me. Just a regular charisma ability check.
Regular charisma. Okay.
Yes. So it is literally just 1d20 plus 3.
Okay.
By the
Am
way,
I
I'm
allowed to
dismissing
give
the
myself
shadow, by the
bonuses
way.
to this?
Okay, cool. Do you need me to delete it, or can you delete it?
I think
Can I
Yeah,
quickly
it
roll
literally like
through-
just hit the delete key, or I think it's like the backspace key. Okay, so
Can
I
I
can.
there
Can
you
I
go,
try
backspace.
to lock the door real quick?
Oh, I
so that...
hit it. Okay, that works. 17. I can work with that. Roll it again and do something else. You were saying, Allomere?
Can I roll to quickly just lock the door to make it look like we weren't in there?
Sure. Yeah, it's not even something that you need to roll for. Unlocking the door, that's a whole different thing, but relocking the door, that's fairly simple.
Okay.
Did you say roll it again?
And then we'll
Yeah,
just
so
make
we're
our
going to do
escape.
2.
Okay. I want the success, if I can, to be on my comrade.
On Percival? Or on the
Yes.
elf? On Percival, okay. So
Percival
the 17
specifically.
so the 17 goes to Percival, gotcha. Okay, and then what's
And
the other
then
one?
am I allowed to give myself bardic inspiration on this?
No.
Okay. I figured
Um,
not, but I thought I'd ask. Okay,
Um,
then I just roll and fingers
There
crossed.
you go. Yep. So yeah, they're both fairly successful. So you gotta like get in and out like
Yep,
now.
I do that, and then as I'm running, I'm going to just use my last level 2 spell slot to make another torch go out and create even more smoke as we're
Okay.
running out.
Okay. It's like in here kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there is, so Brooke, I will allow you to attempt to delay them.
Okay.
It has to be a successful either performance or performance or deception.
I'm
don't
better
wanna
with
see-
deception. I could do that.
You know, I can't wait to see.
Sorry.
So just straight roll, right?
Yep. Just the ability check, yeah. 21. Okay, so more or less you're trying to convince them that the fires have already been put out.
Don't worry, my friends. They're good. We're adventurers. We know how to take care of fires. They're easy.
They're
professionals.
they're sitting there and they're just processing for a moment.
We made all this water for nothing.
I mean, you have to remember, this place is
So
used by
Cam,
both.
you went back and you did that, correct? With the two of them? Okay.
Oh, would I still be back a bit then? Probably.
Yeah, with them.
Okay. Hold on,
I'm just gonna move them through the wall.
I mean, you are Tabaxi. You do got
okay,
that
cool.
new.
If nothing else, I do have another plan. I'm getting my friends out. But they're disguised. Don't worry. They're disguised. They look like other people that might have reasonably been in here and not criminals.
And
okay,
with the
I'm
commotion,
blissfully unaware.
With the commotion, they're not gonna know who is and isn't, or was or wasn't already in here.
Okay.
So I think that's our Q2.
Alright.
Or Vominos? I don't remember.
All right.
Get the fuck out of here.
The vamos.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tell the guards to go ahead, put the scrolls back. I'm pretty sure we have already taken care of it.
I kind of lead them out and just tell them it's like, hurry.
You know, I don't think Prison Break was on my agenda for
I
today.
was not expecting a prison
That was
break
before
either.
you put one of my people in there. I picked my spell list carefully. I knew what I was doing.
Make our
Okay.
grand escape. Holy smokes!
Oh,
How
hi,
the-
there's another chamomile over there. We're gonna delete you.
Whoops.
There's a doppelganger.
Anyways,
It's the fucking,
I'm
I don't
going-
feel so good, Mr. Stark.
As we're leaving, I'm clicking my beak to let Brooke know it's time to go.
Yeah, it takes them a couple moments, but they're able to figure out, oh, hey, there's another fire. And they do use those, and it takes them even longer. I'd say you have a good few hours before you'll have anything on your tail.
Okay, so we're gonna have to lay low.
Let's not stay here. Let's find them in and nowhere near here.
And then we can talk about what the heck just happened.
So, I think both Percival and this elf, I know I have tables for names.
Oh, by the way, my lock pickers. Owllmere, Brook. As
Yeah.
promised, add your gold to your sheet.
Oh yeah, that's right. 40 gold.
40 each.
40 each.
Wait, I never did roll for any currency before we started.
We're gonna roll on this
Roll
just to see
2d20.
what the name is.
No, wait, no. Not 2d20. It was 3...
I thought it was like 46.
This
times
is
10.
1d602 for this name.
Let me pull it.
I gotta rate.
Was- Where is my roll? 66, Con.
66. How
And
do I
then-
roll that?
Backslash 6. Roll. Backslash roll 66.
So the woman that you saved, she tells you her name is Azealia Felterman.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Let me see.
All right, you could go. You could go on a date another time.
I roll my eyes, kind of at the comment. You look like you are, if nothing else, quick on your feet. Do you need anything?
I think from here I should be okay. I can hold my own. You do also
If
notice
you-
now that she has.
No.
She's been before she left. She really quickly ran into the lesser evidence room
Mm-hmm.
and grabbed something, and then she left. And she's been kind of adjusting these gloves that she has now on her hands.
I smile at her. then I bid you adieu. Unless you wish to come with. Of course, I wouldn't force you. But
No,
if we meet again, I hope you will remember.
I believe I have people to return to here.
course.
That's 66 plus 10, Brooke, for the gold.
Yeah, no, I already
Got
told
it.
him. And then he
Okay.
has an additional 40 now.
And I will, if it's okay, if I assume we're all still walking at this point, right?
Yeah, we're still moving
Yeah.
forward.
As she departs from us, I would like to take my disguised Percival, if I can, and like take him to the only other person I know with power here who might be able to hide him well.
Iris.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna flip his shit.
Well, he'll think about
I
it.
hope he knows that. I hope you know that. He's gonna flip his shit when he
I
finds out
have
we
a
broke him
plan.
out. I hope you do. I'm not sure I could go toe to toe with that Goliath man.
I'm not going in there.
So, yeah, so you're going to bring Percival with you?
Yes.
So we're just going back to...
Wait.
Cyrus, correct?
Actually, wait. Rhett was the one that found the body, right? And
Yes.
Cyrus is. Neither of them are affiliated with the police, right? Or I
No.
know Cyrus might
So,
be quote unquote
Rhett
only in, like,
is
knows
Rhett
them.
is like a local legend, but he will do what it takes to protect his people.
Okay. Then yeah, I will bring my friend in.
There's Percival.
Where is my token?
That's an amazing question. You want me to put
it
one down
might
for you?
be- No, it's over here. It's over here. Yeah,
Okay.
if you teleport from the top, it doesn't take your token with you.
I'm gonna kind of just stand in the doorway and keep an ear out and just. I'm not sure how this is gonna play out, so I'm gonna kind of just. I had no planning in this kind of moment.
So
I
I
kind
think
of,
like
like-
before
Yeah,
before
like,
Percival walks in, like you guys precede Percival.
Yeah, I'll walk in. So, found out some
you
interesting
returned
information.
already. What do you have to report?
I kind of like just
Well-
I'm watching from around the corner. I don't want to be a part of this delivery.
I know Percival now. I understand. And I agree. They definitely didn't do it. That being
From-
said,
I'm sorry, go on.
I understand you have a lot of connections here. Or some at least.
Okay, you're good. Continue.
That being said, I understand you have some connections around town with all sorts of people.
I do. But why do you ask?
And I'll kind of like, with a flick of my tail, motion for him to come in. It's like, I have a friend that might need to lie low for a little bit.
And Percival enters, and you can see kind of like the color drain from Cyrus's face. You did not. And Percival kind of gives a little hi.
I just like I kind of like try to perceive from in the back over there, just like the best that I can. Is like not my idea, not my
Not our
idea,
pla- not my idea.
Not
We didn't
Duly
do it.
noted, Cyrus says.
Not
he's
us,
He's like
not
got
us.
he's got his face in his hand. And he's like pressing against like his like his eyes, and he's just like fucking.
I couldn't.
by the
read an
seamstress, what have
innocent
you
in
done?
There.
Yes, but due process must happen. How am I gonna explain this to the High Jarl? Anyway,
Well,
he's just taken
There's
aback.
not. Let me put it this way. It almost looks like there, someone was messing around. Maybe even there was a fire caused by someone who was breaking in. So it's not necessarily you who broke them out, now is it? Nothing to do with
You
you.
were the only one to
guaranteed.
go in, I presume. No.
Well, they didn't notice when more came out. They clearly weren't paying that much attention.
Yes, but they will notice empty cells.
They will, but they'll also notice that something was up.
Tell me it was just Percival.
Of course.
Roll me deception.
You need a you need a hella good deception roll.
Look, I'm just
Wait,
like,
no, his
as soon
passive
as he
insight
said,
is
It's
19.
ridiculous.
Look,
His
as-
I'm
passive
trying to
insight
look right now.
his passive
I'm
insight
trying
is
to
19.
Okay, 19. I just have to roll more than a 15, chat.
like, look, all he,
Or-
like, as soon as he said that, I gave the face of like, bruh.
Yeah, I know, me too. I was like, no, don't come on. We
Look,
already
I'm-
established we can't get anything past this guy.
I'm just glad I'm downstairs and not up
Yeah,
there.
Brooke, you be glad you're downstairs right now.
I'm
Yeah.
here
Listen,
just trying
okay.
to make sure I'm not put on the guilty of this decision.
Same.
Don't
trying to
worry,
make sure
they
we
won't
stay
catch
clear.
us. Did it
I
roll above a...
swear to God.
Yes.
Oh my god.
21.
At least it was only him.
I look over at
You're
Owllmere,
sure?
just like,
Me and me.
Sure, nobody else got through. Just him.
Not to my knowledge. If someone managed to slip past in the scuffle, that would look bad, wouldn't it?
It would look terrible.
Ugh.
They'll put the entire Adventurers Guild at risk. Not just me or you.
plot twist that
Look.
all the options are bad.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
love
Your job was to
game.
solve a murder, not do a prison break. I appreciate it.
Well, now we have someone who knows they're innocent, don't we? And I'm going to look at my new piece of evidence. Everything for the case.
What is your new piece of evidence?
We have someone who knows they're innocent.
How is
They
that
didn't do it.
evidence?
Well, you see,
Who?
if they
Who do you
know
have
they
that knows
didn't
that they're
commit
innocent?
if they didn't commit the murder, no. Okay, listen.
You do realize that none of these guards know Zone of Truth, right?
Oh no, I'm aware. However, we now have someone who knows what went on and was there. We still
Who?
have more information than we began with. I mean, he was
Who
in
is
jail
who is
after
your
all.
key witness then?
Your suspect?
That they would have already interrogated him.
Yes, but as we've already determined, they're not paying much attention to anything now, are they?
For
They'll
teacher,
realize
you're not a
soon
smart
enough.
man.
Look,
No, I just have loyalties elsewhere.
Percival, I'll get someone to help you lay low. Just oh, you lot bring me more stress than I need. Either you can go investigate if there's a connection with the Iron Ledger Consortium, or we can all call it done here.
I
Because
will,
Someone still murdered Lyric Thalwyn. Your job is to solve the murder of Lyric Thalwyn.
Okay. I come in and I'm just trying to like patch things over and stuff like that. And it's like, Mr. Cyrus, hear us out. Say the person that murdered Lyric could possibly also still be going after Percival. For all we know, Percival is someone that needs to be protected and such. So we did technically have to protect him. Such. Just until we find the actual killer, Percival does need to be under protection. Don't you agree?
maybe
I can agree with that, yes.
Well, I suppose if you need him gone, and we need to get out of here as well. I'm gonna give him the like. I mean, you could kill two birds with one stone.
A literal
plainly,
bird is
just-
right behind you.
Like at this point, Rhett stands up out of his chair. You will speak plainly, or you will leave.
All right. Cyrus needs to be not found. Ideally, if we're not around, we won't get questioned and we can't blow anything, right? can't mess things up if I'm not here to mess it up. And, well,
One way to look at
coincidentally, everything that could convict you would be gone.
So what? Your idea is to just get him out of here and leave?
A murder will still be afoot.
it. That is the problem with that plan.
There
Yes.
will always be murders afoot.
Yes,
There are
but
some things.
Cyrus chips in. This is what I'm
important.
talking about, though. This is something much deeper than just this one murder. That's what you're being hired to investigate.
If there's a conspiracy, I mean, it's those are always make for interesting tales.
Okay. We promise we'll look into it a little bit more concisely. But for now, for the safety of Percival,
Yes.
he does need to
Percival
get
is safe.
He does
Yes,
need to
I agree
go,
with that.
and we will go and look into the guild just in case, because for all we know, those traitor guilds could perhaps send someone under the disguise of a guard and finish the job. That's a possibility.
Let me roll something real quick.
That's a lot of dice rolling.
I always do 3, just in case. Like, if I get one low, one high, and then I'm just like, cool, tiebreaker kind of thing.
Okay.
Just to kind of see. So if you ever hear me, like, rolling 3 dice, that's what it is. He did get new information. Basically saying that it's something that's not involving Percival. It's not personal, basically. It is much larger than just Percival. So while Percival is like an aspect of it, he was basically a victim of wrong place at the right time.
So yeah, this information, it's like we looking over the Cyrus is like, please tell me if there's anything else you need to inform us before we, get a deep dive into this investigation with the traitor guilds, because if our hunch is right,
really...
that could possibly get him targeted. We
need to
know.
Really, his best guess is that there's something going on, obviously, as you've probably been able to glean by now, between the Iron Ledger and the Golden Claw. This is uncharacteristic of them, though, to go this far, because normally they'd hurt them in their pockets, not in their gut. You know what I mean? They wouldn't use knives, they'd use tariffs, and they'd use, really snide, like, things.
Did I ping that?
Yeah, you pinged
Oh, I did. My bad.
So, there's likely an outside force influencing what's going on between these guilds.
Okay.
That's basically what he conveys to you.
All right. Duly noted. All right, Percival. We hope that you'll be safe in safe hands now, and let's get your innocence back.
He will be in very good hands, trust me.
I push Chammomile away, is out of the room just to have a talk with him, and it's just like, Chammomile.
Actually, before you can, Cam gives a glare and looks to Percival as if kind of like trying to a moment, please, kind of thing.
With Percival? Percival's just going to Cyrus.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get Percival's attention real quick.
Yeah, he's more focused on, Cyrus and, talking to Cyrus and seeing what's up.
Valid. I'll figure out how to tell him what I need to do.
Okay. Let's actually be more thorough with our investigation now.
maybe a bit more communicative of a plan, because I was not planning for a jailbreak.
Neither was I.
I wasn't either, but something came up. That's all I can say.
I don't know you very well, Chammomile, sir.
Well, shit, I keep forgetting I don't have to click on things.
Like, I don't know you very well, Chammomile, sir. Honestly, all of you are strangers to me, but at this point, we do need to work together as a team because of the assignment that we've had. And if any more gray things happen, it might get us killed. Either by...
I will say, for as the DM, out of like any character, Chammomile had a very good reason.
Oh no, yeah, but I'm conveying that as Neo and stuff like that. And
Yeah, Owllmere's like, what? I like having plans. Plans going awry like that does not constitute a good execution.
It's like
Am is going to look at you two very seriously. His eyes get like a little almost haunted. More important things came up, and I do not lie to you when I say I would have rather just completed the investigation normally. However, some things have to take precedence.
If it required the safety of someone, tell us. That's
kinda
all
burned
I'm asking from you.
It burned a
Chammomile.
bridge in the process. That's kind of the problem.
That's all I'm asking, Chammomile. If it does require to get someone into safety, I don't mind you just telling me, hey, we have to protect this person. No details, but that would
I
have been
wasn't worried
easier.
for their safety, more of there are
I'm gonna let this play
things
out.
they were originally going to do, but I guess that's for me.
Let's
I'll
just
have to complete that in due time.
hope we could
However-
finish this investigation.
So I hate to cut things here. It is 10 p.m. Do you guys want to continue going, or do we want to go ahead and stop for the night?
It's 1 hour until midnight for me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say let's just wrap
Yeah.
things up and then
Yep.
we could continue down on the session.
Yeah.
Before we call it quits, can I just say while you guys were up there, I was down in the first floor counting my money and giving them names.
I love that.
What's your favorite?
Juanita.
That's amazing.
She's a little bit, but she got character.
Wait, please. Which one is Juanita? Please, I need to know. I need to know. I need to know.
It's just the gold coin that's slightly bent in the corner.
Oh, wait, you've been giving your coins names.
Yes.
Oh, you're giving like the NPCs in here names.
No.
No.
I'm just sitting there counting my money, giving every single coin an individual name.
Every
Now,
73
I'm like,
of
what?
them.
Now I'm picturing
Holy
Brooke though,
shit.
just sweet talking to the freaking guild head, just like, "Oh, Juanita, I love seeing you working the tables."
And then like the guild head, she's just like the guild receptionist. She's just like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like,
She's either like really
are
into
you,
it or
rat?
really turned on by it.
Yeah,
One of
it's
the two.
like all I can imagine is that Brooke at the end of every night like looks into his bag of coins and says good night, Juanita, good night, John. It's like,
Right
So
Yeah,
okay,
no,
let's-
Cam
I'm
walks
the only child in my family.
Oh yeah.
Cam-
Oh, is that where we're gonna
you
end it then?
Pause the game. That is where we're gonna end it. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cam walked through the small side door, and sister kind of just stopped following.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's plan for the 22nd then. 6 p.m. CST on the 22nd. That is 2 Saturdays from now. So there. You guys didn't get as far as I thought you would, but I'm still glad that I prepared all of those scenes just in case.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
you put
right.
something important in front of me.
You're fine. No. This is.
No,
honestly,
that's
I
fine,
didn't
that's
expect
fine.
you to do that. I did not expect a jailbreak. I
Okay.
more expected you to kind of like meander in there, take what you needed. Said like, cool, hang tight. We'll get you out, buddy. Okay, like in time. That's what I more expected instead of like, all right, cool, get your ass out of there. We're going home.
And again, Chammomile,
Literally, the whole point of this quest is to prove him innocent. I don't know why you broke him out.
yeah.
I have important things, and my
Chammomile,
thought
it's
was...
there's no offense in a sense. It's just that I'm trying to push a point across that Neo, as much as she's trying to be calm, gets irritated slightly easily
No, I get it.
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like we're chill.
It is
Also, as for
100% just like background, like backstory reasons why Chamomile.
Oh no,
has
the
to
other
do
thing
this.
is,
Oh, yeah, no,
as
no,
for
no, no
background
worries.
reasons, I would already do the same for any of you, should you be
Oh,
in
yeah.
jail.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries and stuff like that. Again, I'm just emphasizing she's grilling you because she's slightly irritated that it's just like, hold on a second, this wasn't gonna play. What the hell were you doing?
Yeah,
Kinda
that-
I take back what I said initially. Neo is the mom of the group.
I'm sitting here legitimately thinking like, right, I'm gonna have to really start maintaining leashes on people like to keep them out of trouble or something. No, I don't
Hang
want
on.
to do that.
I realize I am the fool of this group. Oh my god.
Yes.
You're the
Yeah,
one that's
see,
naming
that's
your
funny.
coins.
You are kind of playing into that
You
role
named one of your
yourself, I'm
coins
sorry.
Juanita, okay? You kind of fell into that right as soon as you started doing that. Right as soon
She's
as you went up to
my
Neo and was
favorite.
like, how you doing? How you doing?
No,
the
chat.
fucking Neo.
And then
No,
and
chat,
then-
it
and
was
then-
me.
and then like
I was
look,
the
look,
problem.
look. Con. Stan Fox also says it would be funny if one of your coins was named after one of us and we did not know it.
Oh God.
It tells you who's his favorite.
Right.
It would be very sad if
Obviously,
none of them
we-
are our near. It would be very sad if none of them were
Right.
our near.
I just-
Right. He has
for
a
reference
copper
before-
piece. He has a
Before I get
copper
out of here,
piece.
guys, I'm gonna send you something for reference that I just sent to my Codium.
Oh god.
Okay?
Yeah.
Your server?
Yeah, I'm sending
I
you this
can't
text.
leave another Helldiver behind. I can't leave him. He's my teammate.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut off my stream.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you guys for coming out.
God.
This was a fucking blast. Oh my
Anyway.
god.
let me close
I'm
out.
sorry. By the way, like I do feel bad at the same time. I don't.
No, that's so
like,
in character for you.
No, you're
Okay.
good.
On the one hand, I was excited to play a quirky, intelligent character and not be devious, and then you put the one thing in front of me that would cause me to be devious immediately, and I'm like, I don't like that this is how this is starting because I don't want to become the gremlin. But it's too late.
And then my character literally had to go along with it for
Yeah.
for very, very fun reasons.
Anyway, y'all have a wonderful night. Let me see if I could raid off to anyone for
Yeah.
Yeah, go
the
for it.
evening
Group raid.
and such.
Yeah.
So let me see if I could find someone that I know is streaming.
If you don't, I have a homie.
Yeah, I don't mind
a
going with
friend of mine.
your
Yeah.
recommendation. Just send
Yeah.
me their
Just
name.
if you don't have anyone, yeah, I'm gonna just DM you their link real quick. Okay.
You know, I realize by how
It's a
effective
friend
my
of mine.
spell list was for this random plan, maybe
Yeah.
I really am the power gamer.
Also,
Shit.
wait,
My bad.
I don't know if anybody's still alive, but I just wanted to bring up the fact that I did point out that Percival's token kind of reminds me of Todd Howard.
Yes.
Anyway, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us here on our
Yeah.
first session of Sins of the Sun, and we hope to bring more sessions and more fun for you all in the next session.
Oh, I
Everyone
missed
say good
objective.
night.
Goodbye.
Good
Fly
night.
safe. Don't get grounded.
Bye.